Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the team?
Let's get this on. Let's do it. Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot. ThaBoxingvoice.com. Get to where I got to.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back to another one. Damn, what a jam-packed day. We keep doing it, man. It's Wednesday. It might end up feeling like a Thursday. We got Joey Spencer at the top of the hour, or should I say mid-hour, at 9:30. And then what else do we got Wednesday? I don't know. They'll help me, but there's totally a lot. Oh, yeah. Later on tonight, 7:15, we'll have Abner Mares. So if you want to ask Abner Mares a question, the post is already in Patreon at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. You want to ask Joey Spencer a question, post is already there. They're comparing him to Canelo. He's, mentored by Andre Ward, trains in Virgil Hunter's gym. So much to, I guess, get to know about this young guy. I mean, these are just a couple of things that we've picked up along the way. But today, as my good friend Steve Kim would say, the education of Joey Spencer, a red-hot up-and-coming prospect that has been getting TV time from the very beginning. I remember once upon a time, people made a big deal about Gary Russell having his first 8-rounder on HBO because it had never been done before. Well, Joey Spencer's been getting television time from the opening bell of his career. So we'll be talking a little bit of Joey Spencer at 9:30, and then we'll talk about some heavyweight boxing action. Barry Hearn, the daddy of Eddie, responds to the claims that Anthony Joshua is protected in the UK. So we'll also be talking that and giving you his quotes and obviously going back and forth with that as we do every morning. And a bunch more to come as soon as it registers in the brain. We're going to get out to the co-hosts and get this thing started.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, the Mafia Tony era. I've been through all the eras, and I still been telling.
You do too much talking. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Good morning, man. It feels good to be on a morning show for once, considering it's like 6 a.m. over here. So I would definitely do my best to be energetic. But, Barry Hearn told Love Sports Radio his opinions of the complexities between trying to work the deal with Tyson Fury, the BT Sports, and Sky deal. And, of course, Deontay Wilder, another saga in the story. More excuses, or is he telling the truth? But the Brian Moore show is what he went on. So we'll discuss his quotes and dissect all the little things that he said. But until then, I'll pass on to my other co-host. What's up?
It's me, Mario.
What up? Very good to be back with everybody. Had a pretty busy day. I think we did 3 shows, something like that. Sounds like we're going to be busy again today. So let's get into it. We don't even got to waste no time. Let's talk about everything we got going on. Joshua, Hearns, Ness.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning out there in TBV land. Oh, and Barry Hearn, AJ protected, really? It is what it is. We'll see. We'll see. Good morning, Ron G. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, the guy with the red hat on. What's up? What's up? What's up?
The guy with the red hat. The hate begins early in the morning. First, I'm gonna be the truth teller. So Ron says, "Yeah, good to be on the morning show." Let's be real. See, everyone's biased, but no one wants to, kind of nitpick or point out everyone's bias. Let's just all point at Nessa's bias. But I mean, Ron's up early, first time ever, because Joey Spencer's on. Look, he's trying to hide his smile because he knows it's true. So I'm just saying, don't say anyone is biased when we're all biased. We all have preferences. We all have likes. But yeah, I'm not mad at you. I like Joey. He's impressive. I can't believe that he's such a young guy, so composed in the ring. But we'll get to him at 9:30. Who wants to do the honors of giving the juicy details from the article before we give our own opinions? Who wants to kind of do the synopsis? Mario, Mr. English major?
I don't mind, but I literally just closed it out. Hold on. Ron, take it away because I'm gonna open it up real good.
All right. So pretty much Barry Hearn went on and did a recent interview on the Brian Moore show, and pretty much discussed his pitching of Anthony Joshua with pretty much his main rivals, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Pretty much he just goes on and pretty much explains the details of, he would love to get these fights, but he feels like these are the type of fights that these guys can't put off, because if they do, they will be in a situation similar to Amir Khan and Kell Brook, where they can't just go back to it and try to milk the systems, pretty much what he's saying. He also addresses the fact that Tyson Fury and Joshua is a very obvious problem that they will have if they come to a fight, because Tyson Fury is on BT, and of course Anthony Joshua's with Sky. So with that being said, the obvious markets shows that Sky Sports.
Let me just stop you there, because what I'm interpreting from that last little piece is yesterday's show was complete bullshit. And the fact that they were saying Joshua Fury, now Barry Hearn is coming out and drawing that line in the sand saying it's going to be very hard to make a Joshua Fury because of the networks. Whereas Frank was saying, hey, let's just split it between the networks. Barry is obviously sounding in this article like he doesn't want to do that. Like he's saying it is a hurdle, Tyson being on BT, whereas Frank is saying, hey, let's just, split it.
Well, and I think also what you get from it is that it's almost like he has this sense of kind of pushing them along. Like, go ahead and do it. Like, it's so much easier for Fury Wilder to happen. You might as well let that happen. Like, I think he even says in one of his quotes that I think it'll happen. That's what I was looking for. And so, he talks about the complexities of making this matchup, but then he talks in the same breath about not protecting his fighter. And, he breaks it down with the generalities of Wilder can punch and Fury can box, but he's looking to make the most out of each opportunity. And I really don't understand where he's coming from that perspective. It's like in one breath, you're saying that neither guy is as dangerous as Joshua because he can do both. But then on the other side, you're saying that, these financial aspects of it are they're too complex to even make the fight. So something's got to give.
I don't know, because I'm interpreting a little bit different. I think that he's being sarcastic. I think this is all sarcasm. I think that the title misleads people into believing that he was questioned. I mean, he is questioned about protecting Joshua, but this is his answer. Tyson Fury can box, but he can't punch. Deontay Wilder can punch, but he can't box. But AJ can punch and he can box. So if I'm looking at protecting my man and making sure he earns the most amount of money with the least amount of risk, I take either of those two fights in a heartbeat. Hearns told Love Sports Radio. So again, kind of a contradiction there. He's like, well, my guy does two things or one thing better than both of these guys. He holds one advantage on either man. Where Tyson can box, he can't punch, AJ can punch. Where Wilder can punch, he can't box, AJ can box. It doesn't sound like he's protecting. He's saying I'll fight either one.
But in the same breath, he said that he believes that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder will eventually work it out, and that what did it say that they won't be knocking down the door because I think they'll work it out. Look, we can fight each other. We both think we're going to win, and then we can fight Joshua for even more money. So he wants them to fight. Well, I don't think he wants it, but he thinks they're going to fight each other first, and
that's
then
not
go
how
to
he
the
put
Joshua.
it. That's not how he put it. He said, being the cynical old git that I am, I don't think they're going to be knocking our door down because I think they'll work it out. So basically saying, look, they're posturing like they want to fight Joshua.
And it's the smartest move too.
They're going to secretly work this thing out, and then we can fight Joshua for even more money, is what Barry Hearns believes the winner of Tyson Fury has made up in their mind.
Yeah, look, I think that it's telling, this aspect of it. You know, they want to make AJ feel and look like he's the A side, because Floyd Mayweather used to be able to say those things, you know, oh, you two fight and I'll fight the winner, right? But I don't think that can work in this situation. I think that the thing that the old gets really forgetting about is the fact that if Fury and Wilder go out and do what they did again and have a memorable fight, but this time somebody is a definitive winner, I think that person takes the A side away from Joshua. Maybe not Fury, but definitely Wilder. I think if Wilder wins, he goes out and cements himself, and at the very least, the argument of 50-50 stays each time, and the dictating terms, it falls on both sides. So AJ right now might have the slight advantage, being that Fury and Wilder, you know, are in this impasse. But once that impasse passes, we're back to the drawing board where we want the fight between the winner and Joshua, and at least the winner fought, you know, Fury, Wilder, they fought each other, right? Joshua, who's he fought?
See, and this is where they can't get me. This is where I separate myself from the Walking Dead boxing public. And, you know, you can spot me from a mile away as a sane human being. If you go down further and allow me to speak and read his quotes so that you can see how he puts it together, because he's very creative and intelligent with the way that he deflects. And I quote, "So you tend to put it off. It's like Amir Khan and Kell Brook. They always think they could go back to that fight later after they've milked the system. Actually, life doesn't work like that. Sometimes you miss a bus because it's pulled away from the curb. So Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is a great fight. I believe that will probably happen one way or the other. If in the meantime, either of them phones up Eddie, we would sign either of them in a heartbeat. We're running a business. Joshua is the world champion, undisputed #1. He's the only real champion out there, an unblemished record, and holds all 4 belts, so no problem. But we are a business. So who's next? Keyword business, keyword we will sign them. What the fuck does that mean? Now you got to sign to Matchroom to get a fight?
Well, look, this is how I interpret it.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That was too vague. I know you want to go. They left that way too vague there. That's way too much. It's open for too much interpretation. Sign to me, you know, we can't assume what sign means. We know what that means when used in boxing. We can be optimistic Mike, excuse me. We could be optimistic Mike because he's going to come on and say, oh, well, we don't know that's what he meant. He could just be saying sign the fight. But we've never heard that. We've never heard that used that way. I'm just making it clear.
Well, yeah, regardless if it's to sign a fight or maybe sign with them, you know, let's just use a reference. When you discover talent, let's say,
come on, let's not walk over that. That's ludicrous to say. If any of them want to fight with Joshua, all they got to do is phone Eddie up and we'll sign them. Like, so now you got to be working for Matchroom in order to get this fight. Like,
well, and I believe that is what he's saying in this sentence, because when you talked about earlier in the show about the fact that he was talking about the difficulties of making the Fury fight, this is his quote right after the sign with me quote. He says, and this is Fury. No, I'm sorry, Hearn saying this about the Fury fight. It's a big fight. It's complicated because Tyson Fury's on BT. We're on Sky. Tyson Fury's promoted by Frank Warren. We are obviously the market leaders and industry leaders. So there's all sorts of egos and money coming in. I mean, I'd be very happy to fight Tyson Fury on April 13th as well. And the reasons being, technically, I'm happy to say my opinion, because if I'm wrong, I'll always admit it. Look, this is what I hear. He's basically making a sales pitch. He says, come sign with me. And then he said, well, we're the market leaders. You're on the other side. Look how difficult this is to make because you're on the other side. You're on the other side, the second place, the trailing side. We're the winners. We're the guys who lead this market. So why wouldn't you come on this side if you could? It feels like a sales pitch. I don't know if he intended it to be one, but it sure does feel like it.
Well, I mean, look, he
I
has
can see the carrot dangling, bro. Anybody that can't see the carrot dangling is retarded.
Well, look, he's definitely establishing more than just the fighter. It's just multiple obstacles for the fight. It's network, you got to come fight here in addition to whatever the fight itself, the percentage splits of the fighters. And when you really look at it, it's just like if you're, let's say, in the music industry and you want to sign talent, do you want to get like, Drake at the point where he's undiscovered at his lowest cost, or do you want to get him when he already has like 100 hit records? You want to get him at this lowest point. So they're trying to prevent their profile to get bigger in a sense where they may have to give up a bigger percentage in that fight. So it's better for them to get the fight now before another potential huge pay-per-view that can give them more problems in negotiations, especially if it does well. So I think they're just trying to nip it right before a second pay-per-view comes because it's only going to get harder.
Look, it could be that. It definitely could. I just think that right now, after the last couple days, because if you didn't know, we had Lou DiBella on yesterday, and you should go check that interview out. All signs point to Frank Warren being, he's kind of flexing, right? All signs point to Joshua's not really ready to make the concessions necessary to get either fight. So I think that we're headed towards Fury and Wilder.
What do you mean by Frank Warren flexing? If you could just elaborate.
Well, what did we have yesterday on the show? What was our
I don't think that was him flexing yesterday.
I think that was him flexing. I really do. And Lou said that. Lou said that was him flexing. That was my opinion before.
I felt you're saying today. I think that was Frank Warren pitching. He's listen. I like to call it. He's trying to catch. No different than when you go fishing. You put the bait at the end of the hook, you throw it out there, you're trying to catch something. But there's that proposed offer of splitting pay-per-view between Sky and BT, something that hasn't been done that I know of.
Listen, homie,
as a feeler, Mario.
Listen, homie, there's a difference between going out there with a worm and casting your bait, and there's a difference between putting on like a McDonald's hamburger and casting your bait. Lou said it the best. Like, that wasn't realistic. They're never going to do it. So why are you going to put that out? Like, so if I'm going to go and I'm going to say like, hey, you know what? I'm going to play a pickup basketball game with Ness, but I want Ness to come to my court. I want him to pay me $1,000 if I lose. I want him to pay me $2,000 if I win. Like, you're not going to do that shit. He's not going to give him 50-50. Like, it was, yeah, he's fishing, but he's fishing with a fucking tire. Like, he's fishing with straw at the end of his reel. Like, he's not using real bait. None of that, in my opinion, was a realistic offer. I think he was just flexing, trying to scare up the Wilder side to maybe, better negotiations on that side.
Yeah, it's no different from what Floyd did. He always talked about, I'm the A side. Come over to Showtime, the premier network. Showtime always has the best fights. Showtime. So it's no different from that.
I think that was one of his tactics of retiring every time that he did, because it seemed like every time he retired, he'd come back with a pretty big, significant fight each time. Most people forget that after the Oscar De La Hoya fight and he retired, and then De La Hoya came back and fought who was it, 2 pounds, and they were supposed to fight again, you know what I mean? So like, he continued to make big fights. Like, the retirement was really like his negotiation tactic. It was like, I can stay retired, I'm good, I don't need this fight, but if you want to fight for 75-25, well, then that's cool. If you want to give me concessions on pay-per-view, then that's cool. Like, I'll come back and I'll fight you, but I can stay retired. That's how I felt. It was always a tactic, and that's kind of what Warren's doing in this situation. At least it's similar, I think.
I don't know where this leaves us. I just feel like it continues to, keep everybody kind of on the outside. There's no article that we're reporting on a daily basis is bringing us any closer to any fight. To any fight.
What did Lou say yesterday? He said it perfectly. He said, when this fight happens, you're not going to hear shit on social media. You're not going to read any articles. You're not going to hear any back and forth. It is going to be signed and it's going to be announced out of nowhere. No one is going to have a beat on it. No one's going to have the scoop. It's not going to be breaking news before it's broken. It is going to be a well choreographed press release, and it's going to be announced out of thin air. And so maybe
it was. I mean, Luke could paint that picture if he wants to, but I'm not buying the bullshit he's spilling because it didn't happen that way before. We knew it was Fury. Like, I threw it out there, and then I text Wilder like, "Yo, is it Fury? Because what else could be big?" And I told everybody he had just put the fist. So I'm like, "Yo, it's probably Fury." And we went from those type of rumors, and it's like, "Yo, what could be big?" And we were making sure, like, hell no, it wasn't. This shit did not come out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere in a sense, but like we talked it up. I mean,
I think he was referring to the Joshua Wilder fight, though.
Who?
Lou. Yeah. He was referring to the Joshua Wilder because we were talking about Eddie Hearn.
I don't know.
He was talking about how he didn't want to get caught up in all that mess. I think that
but we were also asking him about Wilder,
and he seemed
Wilder Fury too, and why perception seems as if that fight isn't happening, and Frank is out here doing this. And remember, that's when he blew up when I kept pushing it. So I don't know.
But did you ever get the feeling from him that he was worried about Wilder Fury? Because I didn't. He said it himself. Oh man, that's Frank being Frank. Like, man, Frank's just throwing shit out there. He's just trying to cast a stone. He's doing his thing, and he knows that. Like, he laughed it off that he was asking for 50-50. And he said, he was like, how many times have they done split networks in the history of boxing? Twice.
Mario, I know you're trying so desperately to be on the other side of this, but I'm gonna kill you right
I'm not. I feel this is truth.
Nail in the coffin. We got judges right there by Mike and Ron. Bro, did he or did he not bring up the fact that oh shit, drew a blank. Jesus Christ!
Oh no!
Oh, he wins.
How do you do that?
Undefeated.
Yo,
that's
so
because he smokes on air.
This 8 Mile moment. He just he's choking.
I think I see Mom's spaghetti on his shirt.
It always comes back. You know, it always comes back, and then
at the end of the day,
yeah, it's gonna come back while Mike's talking about something else.
At the end of the day, man. Oh shit!
What the fuck, Mike? You alright?
Over there. But, at the end of the day, I believe Frank Warren is just posturing, trying to get some kind of leverage, but Barry Hearn smart enough not to go down that path. And he even came out and said that the Sky BT thing was very hard and very complicated.
Boom! There it is. There it is. He triggered it with the Sky BT thing. Okay, so in one sentence we have to believe Lou, but in another we can't, right? Because he wants you to believe, oh, that'll never happen. Sky Sports and BT, fuck out of here. That's fucking bullshit. But then he allows himself to say that somehow it could be possible for BT and Showtime and Heyman and Lou and everybody to make an offer to AJ on Sky. Like, come on, bro. They are both.
But see,
no. Let me finish this last sentence.
You're worse.
Let me finish this last sentence. Lou is a promoter. Bob is a promoter. Eddie is a promoter. Barry is a promoter. They're promoters, bro. We know what we say about promoters.
Listen, here's your problem. Oh, I forgot. No, I remembered. Here we go. Look, you are forgetting something here. The Joshua Wilder fight is the fight in boxing. Joshua Fury is just a better fight than a lot of the other fights he could already do. Why would they concede so much when they can make almost as much money fighting White, almost as much money fighting Ortiz, almost as much money fighting practically anyone else? He is the draw in this situation, so he can dictate what he wants to do, and he's not going to give concessions up just to fight Fury. He would do that, I think, to fight Wilder because that's a different type of payday. And fuck the money. That's a different type of scene, my man. Like, that is Vegas, everyone gambling, celebrities in the crowd. people fucking dancing on bars, women going crazy. I was about to say something crazy, but I'm not gonna say it. You know, this is like that's the fight. That's the fight. Okay, capital T. But Fury and Joshua is just a really good fight. It's a great fight, maybe, but it doesn't have that pageantry, and that's what you're forgetting in the situation.
I think Fury Joshua is just a good fight. Why?
I think it's a great fight, but I don't think it's fucking part the Red Sea, bring HBO and Showtime and BT and Sky Sports and Heyman and De La Hoya and we're gonna resurrect, I don't know, some old promoter, and we're gonna give Evander Holyfield money for some reason and Tyson, and we're gonna bring them together on the undercard. Like, no, it's not that fight. It's not that fight. So
it is a big deal. I think it is a big
You think it's that kind of fight? You think it's the fight in boxing? You think it's a top 5 fight in boxing that could be made?
Fury Joshua?
Yeah.
Of course.
I wouldn't even say top 5, like look, when Mayweather Pacquiao happened, all right, when Holyfield Tyson happened, those were fights that separated themselves from every other fight. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 must-see fights. They were the same. They filled out every slot.
So Fury Joshua must-see?
Fury Joshua is not must-see to the casual fans. No, I'm sorry. I don't think it is at all. I think you are forgetting the fact that must-see fights happen on a global aspect. So they must be globally satisfying. Mayweather Pacquiao was just as big in the United States as it was in the UK. Okay? It's just as big in Mexico. So are you telling me that Joshua and Fury is just as big here as it is in the UK?
I don't know. I can't give you those false stats out of the air, but what I will ask you a question, since you have been leading. Don't you think people remember Tyson Fury from beating Vladimir Klitschko on HBO, the premier boxing network, over the last 40 years? And then don't you think they were refreshed with who Tyson Fury was after he'd done a successful pay-per-view with Deontay Wilder, the American heavyweight that's known for knockouts? And we all, especially Manchester Mario, argues morning after morning how popular Anthony Joshua is. Yesterday, you guys tried to tell me how there's billboards in the U.S. and he's a Hugo Boss model and Under Armour and all this stuff. So how is it that you're telling me now today that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua isn't a top 5 fight? There isn't a fan
because listen, no, stop it. Listen to me, Joshua. People remember Joshua fighting Klitschko at 5 p.m. Do you know why? Because it was one of the best fights in the history of boxing, heavyweight boxing. Do you know why they don't remember Fury and Klitschko? Because it fucking stunk. It was the stinker of the century. People don't remember that. And if they do, then they don't want to see Fury again. That's the truth about it. And let me tell you another thing. Maybe they would remember Fury and Wilder if they didn't have to fucking pay for it on pay-per-view. And I'm talking about casual fans. Maybe if they got a chance to see him on Fox, if they got a chance to see him on regular Showtime, probably not even that, then they would remember him. But no, his body of work is very, very impressive if you know what impressive boxing looks like. Casual fans don't know what impressive boxing fans look like. Casual fans thought that Conor McGregor had a chance against Floyd Mayweather. So no, they don't respect, they don't appreciate, and no, they do not know who Tyson Fury is. Therefore, Joshua Fury is not that fight.
I gotta disagree, Mario. I think Tyson Fury and Joshua is a very, very big fight, but like you stated, I don't think the American interest would necessarily be there. But I do think a network like Showtime or ESPN may bid to like pick it up if it's not on the zone, because that's smart business. But for you to say it's not a big fight, man, it's the heavyweights, baby. And Fury coming off what he's coming off of, like, you don't necessarily need pay-per-view anymore, because IG got the whole clip on it for like 60 seconds, and you can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can visually see what happened in the fight. You can see Fury getting up. You can see Fury having good moments in that fight. So I believe that the American public might tune into that fight, and it may be a good springboard for Joshua to get some more American residual.
I just want to reiterate, I think it's a great fight. I think it's a huge fight. I think it's definitely a fight that American boxing fans, not casual, would want to see. I don't think it's the kind of fight that could bring BT and Sky Sports together. I don't think it's the kind of
post. You're pushing it back.
No, that's what we were talking about. What are you talking about?
It's not. You said top 5. You said this is not a top 5 fight. This is not a top 5 fight that you want to see. This is not a top 5 fight.
Okay, okay. I meant like a top 3, top 2. You know what I'm talking about? Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao. Okay, let me ask you a question. What top 5 fucking fight? Okay. So then put your top 5 fights together, and you ask yourself how many of them would bring worlds together, networks and promoters together. Wait, I got you. No. Listen, I got you. You know Spence and Crawford aren't going to fight. That's probably the second biggest fight in all of boxing. So you're telling me that if Spence and Crawford couldn't happen, they could find a way to bring the worlds together to make Fury and Joshua? Oh, you killed yourself right there. You killed yourself. You've been setting yourself up for weeks.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm talking about 5 fights. You said top 5 fights, right? And you know that Spence. Oh my God!
You're talking too much. You've been talking all morning, brother. You said top 5 fight, and that this wasn't one. I'm just saying Fury AJ is definitely a top 5 fight.
Okay, I agree. It's more than likely a top 5 fight. It's probably right there in the bubble.
That it's not, but then agreeing like you're contradicting.
Listen to me very carefully. You're getting hung up on one aspect of something that I was trying to make a point about. What I was trying to make a point about is Joshua Fury that fight? Is it the kind of fight that everyone wants to see that breaks down barriers? Again, that's the point I'm talking about. So forget the top 5 because that's always represented.
But like I said earlier, now you're pushing the goalposts back because you lost your original argument of it not being a top 5 fight. So now you want to say it's not the fight.
Homie, that's not the argument I made. That's not the argument I made. I made the argument from the very beginning that what Lou said, that it was a joke. It was a joke to say that it could be 50-50.
Crawford Spence as a comparison. That's why
that's the point that I was trying to make. I was trying to make that it doesn't fall in that.
Exactly. You're trying to change.
And it doesn't. No, that's not what I'm.
Fall in that category of a Crawford Spence. Like, come on.
That was the point I was making.
No, you said AJ Fury isn't a top 5 fight, and casuals don't know about that fight.
And they don't know about that fight.
But they know about Crawford Spence somehow.
American casuals? Fuck yeah, I think they do.
So then if
you're telling me you're telling me Fury is more known than Spence and Crawford?
Mario, I'm glad you're laughing out loud because if you want to single out American fans, then why can't I just sit back, throw my hands in the air, laugh like a fucking actor, right? And say, the UK public knows AJ and Tyson Fury. You sound like a moron.
I'm sure they do.
Brother,
what the fuck are you talking about? No one said that.
Let me talk. So
go ahead. Bury yourself.
Nothing that I'm saying is getting to you because you're talking over me. Brother, you're saying in one sentence that Crawford and Spence is that fight because people want it, right? Right? And then you're saying AJ and Fury isn't because people don't. But then your defense or your facts to that is that Americans know Crawford and Spence. So then I can say the same dumbass comment by saying the UK public knows AJ and Fury. So it's an equally bigger fight or equally as big. Like your arguments they're not making.
You missed it. Ness, I'm sorry. Listen, I love you, brother, but you missed it. It completely went over your head. Here's the point. Here's the point that I'm making. Listen,
callers and
listen real quick. No. I'm gonna make my final point.
But you're reiterating your point.
I'm not. I'm trying to straighten out the mess that you made in hearing my shit.
Listen, you're saying I missed.
If he could explain this, let him explain. Trees. Let him try to explain.
You didn't get it either, right? And I didn't get it. So let's see if the listeners get it. Why?
No. Okay, let's see if they get it after I give them my words. Now you give them my words. You don't give them my words. I give them my words. My point was this: for 2 worlds to come together, like HBO, Showtime, BT, Sky, it has to be a huge ass fight. My point was that Spence Crawford, one of the biggest fights in boxing, couldn't do that. They can't bring 2 worlds together, even though casual American fans know them.
There yet.
But
there is no casual backing of that fight.
Oh my God,
There
you're
is
just
no
not even
casual
fucking
backing.
listening. You're
That
not even
fight's not
listening.
there.
You're not listening.
That fight.
You're not listening. You're not listening. Cut off King.
bro.
You're not listening. Listen. Do I get my chance? Do I get my chance? I stayed quiet when you were talking. All right. Be the bigger man. Be the bigger man. Listen to me. I just said what I said about Crawford Spence. Can't bring them together yet because it's not there. Sure, you're absolutely right. It's not there yet, but it's not that fight. Joshua Fury is only big in the UK. He's only big in the UK. So it can't bring two worlds together. It won't bring. Okay. Then you know what? Let's make a bet right here, right now. Let's make a bet. Let's make a bet that Joshua Fury doesn't fucking happen because it's not gonna happen.
What people want and no.
I'm sorry. Not that it's not gonna happen. That it's not gonna go 50-50. If Fury fights Joshua, it's not gonna be 50-50. That's the point you're trying to make. That's the shit you're trying to cram down people's throats. And I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not. This is TBV, baby. This is the voice of the people. I ain't gonna let you do that shit to us.
Wait, so I'm still lost. So
I'm lost too, bro. This dude just keeps turning shit.
Because Ness keeps spinning bullshit.
I just want to nip it down and just it's like a yes or no. Is it the fact that do you think Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua will get a 50-50 split? Yes or no?
No.
I don't think they will. I don't.
Oh my God damn. I see why everybody fucking hates us because you said that was your point for the beginning.
This guy's
go back and rewind the show. You need to take a time out, homie.
I think
you need to take a time out.
Bro, you're lost.
You need to take a time out, bro. I'm telling you. You need to take a time out.
I think that we need to talk to other people on the show so that we could get our points across because talking to each other is just not working. Ron, I'm simply telling him his original argument was Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua isn't a top 5 fight. All this 50-50, all this A-side, this is extra shit he's putting to push the goalposts back. Is it a 50-50 fight or not? Yeah. I mean, is it
he said yeah.
Is it a top 5 fight or not? That was his original argument.
No. Listen to me.
In the UK
I was
or the US?
I'm talking around. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking around so that you don't.
But you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. My point wasn't that it's not a top 5. My point was
you talked around. Okay, I'll try desperately to stay quiet when you talk.
Okay, but then don't make my point for me. Okay.
I just said I will try.
Don't make my point for me. You make your own. Put your own words in your mouth, not mine.
Try desperately to stay quiet while you talk to Ron.
I'm on mute. You can see.
All right. So, Ron, the original argument that I originally hung up on was him saying Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua isn't a top 5 fight. Isn't a top 5 fight. So I'll just add some things to that because he's going to bring up different points.
And I just want to clarify, globally or domestic top 5?
Globally. It has to be globally.
Look at him interpreting what I said.
They're on the other side. So again, I'm allowed one interruption because he just interrupted. You see, I said I'm going to try desperately. He didn't even allow me the chance to see what I go through his whole call without interrupting. So I'm allowed one interruption right there, Your Honor. This dude cannot take the heat, okay? Because initially he pushed the goalpost back. The goalpost was, Ness, is it a top 5 fight right now? You think Tyson Fury's a top 5 fight right now? I said, yeah, of course. So then that didn't work for him in his argument because also Mike agreed, right? So then he says, well, that's not the fight everybody wants right now. You're going to tell me that's the fight everybody wants right now? I said, look, I don't know about all that. I just know it's a top 5 fight. So then he adds, well, if they couldn't make Crawford Spence, there's no way they're going to be able to make AJ Joshua. And I'm like, I don't know, but it's a top 5 fight. So he's adding all this extra arguments to try and help his argument. The only thing that I care about, if he wants to end it, is just saying, I made a mistake in phrasing it that it's not a top 5 fight. Me and boxing fans alike think it's a top 5 fight. If he wants to rephrase it, that's fine. But if he's going to back this ridiculous notion that it's not a top 5 fight and keep pushing the goalposts back, I'll stay quiet, go to the callers when he's done. But
all right,
I'm not going to debate.
Right. My turn. Okay, so when I said it was a top 5, wasn't a top 5 fight, I misspoke. You're absolutely right. And guess what? I said it about 5 fucking times since then that I think it is probably a top 5 fight. And I don't know, it may be 6, maybe 4, maybe 7. It's somewhere in there, definitely, top 10 for sure. But that said, my point was when I meant top 5, I meant like history of boxing,
Some
Mayweather,
all-time record?
Pacquiao,
Some
Holyfield,
all-time record.
Tyson. Yes, because that's what I was trying to say, Ron, is that only a fight like that could bring those two worlds together like Showtime and HBO. And really, I'm just reiterating what Lou said. Like, I'm not even really, I'd love to pretend that that was my own thoughts, but it really wasn't. I was listening to the man. He made a good point, and I reiterated it. So the whole thing started when Ness said that, you know, it was possible for Joshua and Fury to come together. I don't think it is without Fury making some radical concessions. So yeah, I'll rephrase it. It might be a top 5 fight. I might have it in my 4, I might have it in my 5, my 6, my 7, somewhere around there. But the whole point was that fight is not going to be made at 50-50. That's it.
So at this point, it's a top 5 fight, as in what can be made now, not historically.
Sure. Yeah.
Granted,
exactly.
It might be top 5 maybe domestically. And then at this point, the A side of Anthony Joshua will prevent Tyson Fury to get a 50-50 split, regardless of whatever negotiations they come with. It always will side Anthony Joshua and Sky Sports to get more of the percentage because they are presumably the A side, the guys that can generate a large amount with or without him, and that the value has to be maybe worth it for them to split it, because if not, they could potentially lose them out, because what is it? He averages 1.5. If he goes to Tyson Fury and they do 2 and they split 50-50, that's like 1. So that's kind of like a loss maybe, but I don't know. I just want to clarify, but go ahead, Ness. You can talk.
I'm not debating anything. I just want to add some kind of facts. I don't know. People maybe could take them as facts or not. I'm pretty sure they should be taken as facts because I just want to say for this particular conversation, history's shown us that competing boxing networks, let me be very specific, competing boxing networks have come together to make the big fight. So to say, you know, anything other than there is a possibility that it can happen is just being negative, because history shows us 2 competing networks have come together on multiple occasions. That being said, we can either go back to any further quotes or open up the lines. And we're still waiting on Joey Spencer. Remember, he's from the Bay Area. I don't know if he's in New York now or what, but maybe he's still sleeping. But yeah, phone lines. Any final thoughts? Mario, Ron?
I think this whole Barry Hearn, article just pretty much consistently pushes the idea that we're the bigger draw, and for that, our network will be the one that benefits off of any of these fights, regardless if it's Wilder, Fury, or future opponent. So from this point on, look, I think I have the better guy. We are the better premium network. If you want to kind of get the fruits of the labor, you have to beat us. A-side tactics just reinforces the fact that they're the bigger draw, the well-known fighter.
You know well, go ahead, Ness.
First and last time I'll probably ever say this, but they're right? Let's say hypothetically it were me and Mario, right? Me and Mario, man, what how many years do we know each other now? 7,
6 or 7. Yeah, it's going on 7.
6 or 7, right? So Mario was already in the business as a writer when I first started. And we came together and I like, yo, let's do this show, be my co-host. And we've grown from there. So hypothetically speaking, from that point of the conversation, moving on, let's say we have grown immensely, right? The brand grew and Mario grew his own fandom from that, right? And now Fight Hype comes and they're like, yo, Mario, come work for us. And Mario turns to me. He's like, bro, Fight Hype's calling. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. I helped you get to this point. You know what I'm saying? Fight Hype gonna have to do a co-promotion. And I think that's what Barry Hearns is saying. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about 50 million. We helped you get to the point where people are calling you for 50 million. Because I do believe AJ thought about it. Come on, it's 50 fucking million. But at the end of the day, he got bosses that's like, bro, remember, not even remember. I don't think AJ is the type that needs to be reminded where he came from. He remembers where he came from. He remembers how he got here. And that's why he's eating with what he considers his inner circle. And Barry and Eddie are those people. And their advice is vital and important to him. That being said, they're always going to try to have Matchroom Boxing's best interests first and then AJ's. So that means wherever the fight takes place is where it's most beneficial for Matchroom Boxing. But all that being said, there is still a way where the two networks can make it happen if the public demands it the way that it has in the past, because history has shown it to us.
I want to piggyback off of one point you said. I think that the reason why sometimes it feels like Joshua's easier to hate in the situation between him and Wilder is because of that fact. Joshua, it feels like he has bosses. Whether Wilder is truly in charge fully of his career, it seems like that. It really does. I feel like he has more, and at the very least, he has more control over his career than Joshua. So it feels like Joshua is sitting back in that big ass fucking long table, smoking a cigar with his feet up, with the Hearns chilling, thinking about, which country they could, invade and steal their oil. And it feels like Wilder's out there like Rocky, just, hitting the cement. So it's easier to fault Joshua. It's easier to blame him. It's easier to call him the bad guy in the situation. I don't think he is a bad guy, because I think you're absolutely right. I think he wanted that 50 mil. I think he absolutely wants the Wilder fight. But boxing's a shitty sport.
Well, I have an argument to make him a bad guy, because at this point, right, the same argument that he has for every single heavyweight in the world, right? He says, well, if you want me, you take what I'm giving you, you take my terms, and then you got the keys to the kingdom. All right, we got the keys to the kingdom. So it's like, bruh, you already in the kingdom. You already got the kingdom. You already control the land. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you concede now to give your public, your people, what they want? Why are you still with this ridiculous contract for all heavyweights? Like, why does everybody got to bow down? Because if they beat you, they get the opportunity. Like, you're there and you've been there. Your future, your children's future, everyone in your family's future is solidified. So now it is the time to gamble just a little bit for your public, because your future is solidified. So that is my argument. Like, bruh, he could just say, man, you know what? Fuck that. I made enough money, Eddie. Make this fight. I made enough money, Eddie. Send him an offer that he ain't gonna say is a slave contract, that he can't say it's a bad deal. Send him a fair deal. It doesn't have to be 50-50 to be fair. You motherfuckers know that shit. You know it. Joe Parker got like 37%, anywhere from 33 to 37. Triple G got 47 and a half. He got 47.5, dog. Like, you can play fair if you want to, or you could be Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, not play fair, have two failed negotiations throughout history, throw belts in the trash. History repeats itself, which means that this could be that situation all over again, or it could be a Mayweather-Pacquiao where it does happen.
Let me ask you a question, and I was going to answer it, but I feel like I've monopolized too much of the time today. Okay, you said for Joshua to tell Hearn XYZ. Do you think that Joshua can tell him that and it happen?
Hell yeah.
So he's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, we all know he and every fighter is the boss. Now, Chris Colbert may not be the boss of himself at this point, even though I still believe he's the boss of himself at this point, where he gets told, look, this is the fights we got. And he's like, I want that fight. Then he got Sosa, Heyman, even Big Baby, like, nah, little bro, don't take that one. Take this one. You know what I'm saying? But he's still the one like, nah. I want this fight. And as a fighter, you can do that. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. You can definitely do that. And I hear people like, oh, but why AJ got to take? It's not why he got to take less. It's that he's already there. A loss to Wilder does nothing financially for AJ. It does nothing. All it does is make the rematch bigger, which is more money. Okay, we talking $80 million was the first offer, 50 for the first fight, 30 for the second. So, and that was if AJ lost, he got 30. Imagine if AJ wins and still gives Wilder a rematch. He gets more. You know what I'm saying? So It's big business in these types of fights. Mayweather and Pacquiao are dumb that they didn't capitalize, but that's because Mayweather had so many different things going on. He was a master of his own universe. So he didn't need Pacquiao to do that. And in a way, almost AJ is there, except it's a big difference, right? Mayweather's guarantee was $32.5 million for any fight on Showtime. And then he got more than that when he did what we're asking AJ to do. When he did fight Cotto, when he did fight motherfucking Pacquiao. And then it was someone else he fought, right? Canelo on that deal. Like, Mayweather, people talk so much shit about Mayweather because of fucking Margarito and Costa Zoo. In retrospect, look at the motherfucking beast that he's fought. You telling me he wouldn't have beat those dudes? Like, let's stop calling this man a ducker. Even though, look, I know, everything is strategic. Everything is strategic. I can't praise Mayweather and not praise AJ. Everything is strategic, the timing, when you take your fights, etc. But at the end of the day, bro, he fought them dudes. He fought.
Absolutely.
When he got the big boy contract. Like, let's see if Canelo fights them dudes now with his big boy contract.
Are you gonna have to?
Because everybody thought, oh shit, Mayweather got this 32 million. Ain't no way he gonna fight these dudes now. He getting 32 million guaranteed. Oh, look, he fought Guerrero. Oh, he getting 32. Showtime's so stupid. Then boom, they hit him with the big boy fight. So I just want AJ to give us a big boy fight. Give me a big boy fight.
And I can agree with the whole idea. I guess the problem when you compare it to the smaller weight classes to the heavyweights is that the pool of talent is a lot smaller, because where do they go? They can't go up multiple different weight classes. They can't have this, all these different types of options. So it's the same concept with the way smaller pool. So it just leaves you to the idea of at some point a fight's going to happen. That's where we kind of led with Wilder and Fury. At some point, that fight had to be made. At some point, AJ has to fight one of these guys. At some point, we're already talking about Jarrell Miller and AJ possibly in Madison Square Garden, when a year ago it sounded like he was never going to come to the U.S. The pool is a lot smaller. So at this point, hopefully we can get things quicker just because of that reason. But we definitely need to get a big fight outside of, the Klitschko and the AJ fight that recently happened a couple years ago. So we all want it. We all want the undisputed, and it sucks because there's too many obstacles, networks, percentage splits. Go ahead, Ness.
Short question for each of you, just to gauge. What do you consider AJ's biggest two fights and Wilder's biggest two fights?
AJ's biggest two
Tyson
fights.
Fury's biggest two fights.
AJ biggest two fights, to me, in my personal opinion, is the Joseph Parker fight and the Vladimir Klitschko.
Same.
Wilder, of course, Ortiz, Fury, and who you say Fury?
Fury also, yeah.
Wilder and Klitschko.
Yep, the same exact answers for me.
And all right, now Wilder's two fights.
I gave you everybody.
Yeah, Ortiz said Ortiz and Fury.
Okay, good. Same thing I thought. Now, I mean, I don't think this is I don't think this is favoritism or preference, right? I think Wilder Ortiz, Wilder Fury, Tyson, Vladimir, Tyson, Wilder, one fight on both of these hands, to the left and to the right of me, are equally better than AJ's other quote-unquote big fight. He fought a Vladimir coming off of a 2-year layoff and Joseph Parker, which no one except Mike gives.
Except Mike.
No, and me. I've let Mike take the fall for a lot of those arguments y'all have had, but that was just me trying to make good radio and not butter it up. But yeah, I feel how Mike feels too about Joshua fight.
I tell you, man, Joseph Parker is gonna come back and shock a lot of people.
Well,
but I hear what you're saying, Ness, and I agree. No one should hold either of Fury or Wilder's biggest fights over the Joseph Parker.
Exactly, which means if you're an Anthony Joshua fan, it's kind of time for a big fight. The other two heavyweights in the division have had equally big fights or slightly bigger. It's time. And now is the time, because everyone is available. And there's only one metaphorical Floyd Mayweather in the heavyweight division, and that is AJ. AJ, like he says, holds the keys. So AJ has creme de la creme, right? He gets to pick from the top. He now gives the Willy Wonka ticket to who he wants. It's not about negotiation. It's not like Dillian White saying, oh, they need to be sensible. Because he's saying AJ needs to be sensible. AJ is the one unsensible in negotiations. But AJ is in control, and AJ can give us, the fans, what we want. He's handing down that metaphorical ticket right now. Everyone is available. If you want Wilder, Wilder's available. You want Fury, Fury's available. Big Baby Miller's available. Luis Ortiz, he's fucking available. And last but not least, Dominic Brazil, he's available. Now I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with Dillian White.
I got a quick question. In comparison,
I think he goes the Big Baby route. Go ahead, Ron.
I was gonna say, when you compare Wilder's big fight with Ortiz, and let's look at it domestically and globally, and then you look at AJ and Joseph Parker, domestic and global. I can't even say the word globally. Do they stand equally, or is AJ's fight with Parker?
Talk numbers? You want to talk numbers? Is this the route that you're going? Because I'm going the route of the fans and what fight was perceived good, better, worse.
Well, I wanted to clarify between what you consider as the bigger.
I mean, look, if you want to open that argument up for those fans that pick with purse and pocket, fine.
People will argue that was for a unification. Granted that Wilder was seeking the same for Parker, he just didn't get the bid.
My argument was that did he really win that belt? It was a vacant title versus a dude that we weren't sure he beat, and then he struggled versus Huey Fury.
Man,
Deontay Wilder.
The fight between him, Parker, and
getting knocked out and refused to announce the fight.
I understand that. But the fight between him and Andy Ruiz, it was a close fight, but I did think Joseph Parker did enough to win. Period. And also, I don't know why they didn't have a rematch for that fight. I thought Bob Arum would for sure had a rematch, but he didn't. And I think that Parker Joshua was bigger, but I think Wilder or Ortiz was more meaningful, if that makes any sense.
Of course it makes sense. What I said is what the fight fans wanted, the fight that people wanted, the fight that people felt had danger. Joshua was a super favorite versus Joseph Parker. No one thought Joseph was going to upset him at all.
I did.
But let's get out to the phone. You did. Yeah.
But the people, hold on.
Mike really likes
the people, real quick.
You on the phone all day. Now you trying to get all your points in. Nah.
I got one last point.
Call in 1425. Mike was too busy to talk to y'all, so now he want to cry. 569-5241. If you know us, you want to have some fun, hit me up on Skype and get added. Add Nesta Gibbs. I see Ralphie. I'm adding you. We're going to go out to the sponsors and Mike get his motherfucking thoughts in between because he wants to phone.
You rhymed the shit out of that.
You over here trying to make love on the phone during the show. Now you want to talk about, hold up.
I was on fucking call my damn school, man.
I know he was going to hit us with the school.
I did. I was, though. Like, bro, let me put three down. Look at that. You see it right there?
Next
what it say?
I'm finna prank call the shit out of you.
Next time
you use your number out like that, Mike.
Bro.
That's the school number. They ain't my number. Don't give a fuck.
Yo, next time you're gonna use school as an excuse, let me know so I can play this.
Nah, these motherfuckers fucking with my goddamn money. Shit.
Use it as an excuse.
All right, man. To the callers.
All right.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Yo, final little PSA. Y'all all my dudes. We all family. But we going to be strict on this 1.5. Ain't no friends. I don't want, hey, yo, you talked over my call. When you get on, say, yo, don't cut me off if you don't want no interaction or some shit like that. You got to keep Mike in check. He got issues with the cutting off. Plus, he ain't get the talk, so he going to be cutting y'all off anyway. Javier, Mastermind, go.
Hey, interact my boomerang on this bitch. I was gonna say, bro, y'all. So you started off by saying it started off by BT and Sky couldn't do a joint. What's the name? But bro, you said then Spencer Crawford ain't big enough to do it. But in England, Fury and Joshua is like the two biggest fighters over there. So I mean, bro, if any fight gonna do it, it would be them. It would be them two motherfuckers to make that shit be a joint fucking telecast. That's in England. Like their popularity in England is way fucking bigger than Terrence Crawford and fucking Errol Spence popularity in America is. So it's really not that far fetched for Frank Warren to say that he want to do a split telecast. Now the 50-50 is not gonna happen. 50-50 gonna have to change, but he can get where it's BT and Sky on one side. Cause I mean that shit it's that big over there. If you already see how many people travel with Fury to watch him fight Wilder, you know how many people is going to watch the fight in England to see AJ versus Fury. That shit is gonna be huge in England, bro. I'm just being honest.
Bodying Mario.
I'll take that. I'll take that L. I'll take that L.
Cut him off.
I'm just.
I thought he was done.
Facts of the situation. I'm not even gonna bring up Wilder, bro. Y'all know I'm a Wilder nigga, like Wilder my nigga. But bro, if you're gonna be honest about the situation, how big that fight is in England, that's millions of views, bro. That's not like hundreds of thousands. That's millions of views for.
How many buys do you think? How many buys do you think it does?
Bro, for Fury and AJ, if it's set up correctly, I think that shit could do probably about 3 million, bro. Maybe more.
Who is this calling in?
Bro, don't play with me, Mike.
This Javier? Boy,
Mike
you talking
don't even
sense
know
this
what's
morning.
going on.
You talking sense this morning, homie.
I'm letting you know the truth of the situation. It's facts. You know it makes sense. Like
now, my next question is: do you think the pay-per-view cost would be more or double the amount that they normally charge, or would it be at the same price?
Why would you do that? There's no reason to change that up.
Man, this nigga ain't Joey Spencer. Let me ask him no damn questions.
You might as well keep it where it's been at, or I say put it at 30. Just put it at $30 a flat 30.
Well, here's the thing. I just want to ask you: if let's say he does 2 million and Anthony Joshua does average like 1.5, is that worth him splitting a 50-50? When if they do 2, that means they would get like 1.
You said Joshua average 1.5.
Yeah, isn't that that's his records, right? 1.5 ish.
If he average 1.5, then that shit gonna do about 3.
Okay.
All right. For those that don't know, Javier is a mastermind. He invoked his boomerang status immediately, so he got double the minute and a half. Obviously, a full 3-minute round. We're gonna go out to.
Hold on, real quick. I will say I took the L on that. I might have understated how
big Anthony Tyson Fury.
No, not that. But the comparisons. No.
Done pay-per-views and Terrence and Errol haven't.
The fact that I made it seem like as if Spence and Crawford was at that same level, and it absolutely is not in the UK.
Matter of fact, or should I say that Crawford has and only did 50.
And why, Ness? Why?
And
why isn't it at the level? Why isn't it at the same level?
Crawford has and only did 50,000. No, I'm not gonna waste the caller's time.
Oh, because UK's yeah, I know. It's all right. He loves y'all. You know he loves the UK, right?
Javier
loves the UK.
Javier did it to you.
He loves the UK.
Let's go! I'm ready.
We going out to Jay Boomerang status. Talk to me in Washington, D.C.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Both motherfuckers.
Jay Hardcore
Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. Okay.
Energy of the show this morning. Mario came to Shazor earlier today, but what happened to that? Hey, but check it out, man. The UK, I mean, Tyson Fury and Joshua over at the UK is the biggest fight they ever had in the UK. So I'm pretty much sure that fight just does crazy numbers. It won't do the same numbers over here, but it's still in the top 5. Moving on. The next thing, I guess I am one of the retarded ones, because when I read that story about Hearn saying that, shit, brain like Hearn said he signed either one of them. I'm thinking he's just saying he assigned either contract. The reason why I say that is because they were trying to get Wilder to sign the contract before the Fury fight because they didn't want to lose percentages in the negotiation. And they know if they fight again and the fight does crazy numbers, they're going to lose even more percentages. And they know that they have to give it up. So I think that he would sign. I don't think they really want to fight Fury because I think that Fury just will outbox Joshua. He doesn't move his head or anything. Fury is so on his feet, and Joshua is in the mud. It's just not a good fight for them. That's it. It's just crazy for them on a rematch and everything. But listen, I'm looking at you on this show right now. Let's keep it up, keep it moving. That's cool, fellas. Take it easy.
Jay Hardcore, thanks for calling in. Good morning. Keeping it moving. We got Jose in Canada on his boomerang status.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this rosé, getting money like Jose, chain cold, Norway, shorty wants that foreplay, I'm like, no way, gotta rock it like Coldplay, killing it, OJ, getting cheese like Green Bay, call me Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, man, just keeping shit real. Sorry, Javier, but you don't know fuck all about UK pay-per-view numbers, so you can't even give a guess as to what it is, so I'll take that stat from a guy from UK, but I was guessing 2, 3, 4, 5 million. We have no clue, man. So we can't just throw shit out there to the universe and hope it's true, man. So that's my take on that.
What do you mean? 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 Ron gave you Anthony Joshua's average. So you telling me that Javier doesn't have the right to make an educated guess what another popular UK dude would do?
No, wow. Well, then I didn't hear that, so I take that back. My bad. I didn't hear that Ron said that. So that's actually a fact. Ron stated his actual numbers. Again, you're guessing because you don't know how much they cost. You don't know the historical value behind it, man. You don't know like what the average.
Dog, we all know. How many
they've
UK listeners do we got? You know what? I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. I apologize.
Ness. Yeah, no doubt. Jeez, man, what happened in LA, man? I think Javier's your new boyfriend. Listen, man, I'm just trying to give you my. We don't know the historical value behind it. Like the guys from the UK will be able to call and tell us. In fairness, Ron is reading off a fucking computer screen. He also doesn't know. He doesn't know that pay-per-views here in the States, maybe we're like $59, $69.79. They went up to $99. Like he knows that here, but he doesn't know the UK market. So he's just guessing, man. As what Mario is saying, I kind of agree with him, man. Wilder Fury isn't the right time for it to fight right now. It'll only be bigger after one of them fight Wilder again. Because if AJ fights Wilder, that fight's going to be bigger because then they're going to be able to unify the lineal, everything. It's going to be massive. If Fury fights Wilder, then afterwards, that fight will be huge. If one of them loses...
Cut it. Hey, did you not hear my horn?
That was a great call.
My horn didn't work?
I'm just saying.
I had my fucking countdown going. But
shout out to Jose coming after Javi like a menace.
No horn working for you, homie. But we're going out to another boomeranger in the Nolia. Good morning, N.O. Stand up. Boomerang status.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella. And he comes from the Magnolia.
This is Mario, bro. I hate to do it to you, bro. You know I've been knowing you a long fucking time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You used to make a lot of good points, though. Now it's like, bro, you done been kidnapped by the UK, bro. Eddie Hearn, bro. You getting that L. Hammond check from Eddie Hearn right now, bro. You get like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this, they showing one check, but he getting that check behind the scenes, bro. I'm checking him out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fight over there, bro. But it's not doing no 3 million buys and no shit like that. It might do 2, over there in the UK, but in the US, they're gonna have to show that shit on premium like network, like Showtime or maybe ESPN. Ain't nobody buying that fight in the US like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they get, like I said, it'll do well over there. Cause them dudes not global stars. Like the only global stars, man, you have if you big in the US. you're gonna be big globally. Because you gotta think about it like this. What big time fight in the US not known over there in the UK? The biggest boxing fans is in the UK. So if you're a star over here, you guaranteed to be a star over there. But if you're a star over there, that don't mean you're a worldwide star, man. So like I said, it's a big fight domestically, but not worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably can put all 2 million in the UK. I believe that, but
cut it. Great call, great call.
Yo, y'all know that song by J. Cole? I can't believe I let Nas down, right? Y'all remember that song? That's how I feel right now. I'm like, I can't believe I let NO down. Like, that just got me, dog. He's
bro, you need to be saying that a morning about America, the way you
Manchester Mario. Yo, that's unfair, dog. But whatever.
Hey man, sometimes, bro, these names stick, bro. I can't
know.
help it. Narrativeness.
You know what though? 500 watts, only 147 thumbs up. Like,
get him, Mike. Get him, Mike.
Morning we here. We putting in that work. We grinding. We bringing you whatever news we could. We got interviews every day. We got Abner Mars set up for today at 7:15 Eastern time. So 4:15 West Coast, 6:15 Central. We got Mares, and you never know what else we're gonna get. Don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000. We're bringing you these hard pack action interviews. You know, we really grinding as a team. Whatever I don't ask, Ron might ask, Mario might follow up, and you know Mike gonna come through asking if you like cake or cheesecake.
Hey, you selfish motherfuckers.
Cake or cheesecake,
you selfish motherfuckers in this goddamn chat. You guys are watching my shit and you ain't pushing no thumbs up or thumbs down. Boy, you mother. Ooh. But real quick, if you like what you're hearing, please smash that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. And if you really, really like what you're hearing and you want to support the Boxing Voice, go over to ThaBoxingVoice.com/affiliate sponsors and click on that Amazon link. It costs you absolutely nothing. Bookmark it, save it, do all your shopping through that link, and come have a party with TBV in Dallas. Are we going to Dallas in March?
Yes.
Let's do a party, baby.
Let me shift real quick to yesterday when everybody on the panel basically proved Mario wrong. The live watching audience on Patreon all scored the Wilder Fury fight on Tuesdays, Film Study Tuesdays.
Are we all scored the ticket, right?
Mario could not come up with his 10-2 bullshit scorecard. So
he tried though, boy. He wasn't that trying, goddamn. He
was trying. He was trying. But if you want to catch that, it's on Patreon. We did yesterday Film Study Tuesdays, and next Tuesday we'll be doing another one. So I don't know, whatever fight you guys pick for us to watch, we'll rewatch, rescore, and hopefully Mario continues to take these obscene stances on cards. So it'll always be fun like yesterday's.
And the
I submit it was 9-3. I submit.
The same thing goes for this show. They went for yesterday's show. If we're able to get to 400 thumbs up, I will put $20 down on any on-demand show that is, well, the first on-demand show that Net sees. I will pay $20 on it if you guys want a on-demand show, but 400 thumbs up.
Okay, let's get out to Marcus in DC. Good morning. Talk to us.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Voice, man? Yo, check this out, man. We already know that if your O go, so do the dough. So the Wilder and AJ fight is the bigger fight to make right now. We know good as well O won't make the Wilder Fury fight. I mean, the Wilder Anthony Joshua fight any smaller. So it only makes sense to go Wilder and Joshua now and wait on Fury and Joshua. Fury and Joshua will be big, just like Brooke and Khan will be big whenever they make the fight. The UK wants to see the fight will happen. They'll have a big number for it. The AJ fight with Fury. Yes, it'll be a big fight over there. It will not have as much luster in the U.S., but still, nonetheless, it is a very big fight, and it's definitely a top 5 fight out of fights to be made. So make the Wilder, make the Joshua fight now, because we know in the United States, our interest goes when your O goes, and that's my call, bro.
Thanks.
That was a good call.
Brother Stunner in New Jersey, talk to me.
What's going on, TBV?
What up? What up?
Hey, yo, I was just sitting here. I want to ask y'all 3
Can
questions.
you just talk into the mic or turn up a little bit? You sound very low.
Turn it up.
Oh no, you hiding in the closet right now? What's going on?
What, you at work or something?
Under the bed?
Yeah, work.
Oh, okay. I figured you were doing something important.
No. No, but check it out. So, first question: what do you think is a bigger fight between Wilder versus Fury and AJ versus White? I'm sure y'all would agree Wilder or Fury, right?
Domestically or globally or both?
Yeah. You got to ask is it around the world? Or, to be honest, I think
Always around the world. Why y'all trying to look for?
No. I'm not trying to look for a way out. I thought about it. I just thought about it.
Y'all keep UK boxing.
Damn, I just thought about it.
Because y'all all turning into these UK fucking.
I asked specific. All you have to say is
it
globally.
has the component of Anthony Joshua in it, so you got it.
Components. World boxing.
Somebody put some fucking crack inside of Nessa's coffee this morning.
When you
God
want to
damn.
specify, you get yelled at. When it's just broad, you just let it go.
I'll be
quit using your fucking
I'll
broad.
let Mike, you go. Mike, you go. I'll let you go.
No, caller go.
No, he asked the question about who was the
bigger fight. God damn it! If you got to put me in a corner, honestly, Wilder Fury.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Joshua White.
Mario.
No, it ain't even about that. It ain't even about that. I think Joshua White has more than more buzz than Fury Wilder. I mean, UK is just a bigger boxing.
The reason I say
that shit with a straight face.
Yeah. The only reason I say Wilder and Joshua because we know.
Yo, Mario, hold on. Yo. Let him go ahead. Say your PayPal, Mario. What is it, Mario? PayPal.me at Mario Mungia. What's your PayPal?
Why Al Heyman's not funneling money through TVV anymore? Damn. We all getting cut off now.
If Mario set up a Patreon, nigga, he would be getting paid from all the UK sheep.
I'm not trying to cater to nobody.
So he gets paid for the shit that he's saying. Like
y'all are bugging. Listen to me.
Like, yo, he's literally trying to tell our audience that Dillian White, who's never done a pay-per-view, never won a world title, is more popular than Tyson Fury globally. Like, dude, shoot yourself.
What did the caller yesterday say?
I don't give a fuck. No call.
Joshua is the only man on ESPN's top athletes list. Wilder was not even on the list, Ness, and neither was Fury. So how are you gonna have a bigger global fight? Joshua's got it.
Pow, 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 pow.
No, I'm so glad you brought it up. Because just like KO, who hasn't called in because he ducking this work, you went and you used not some caller. I was going to lead with some callers. Who
was it?
Allegations. It was a Patreon, so I'll give you that. You got sucked in because you thought he was a family member, but he fed you garbage. Go look at that article and go see how the fuck they come up with that shit.
Basura.
Get that garbage out of here, man. Give a fuck about that list that don't mean shit. And in a few minutes, I'm going to pull it up because I got the screenshot of how they come up with the shit. And when they can't get some facts, they just make it up, they say. But I'll read it to you. I'm not even going to read it to you. I'm going to just screenshot and send it to you because I ain't going to waste my fucking time with that garbage-ass list.
You better come through because I ain't believing shit you say unless
I say it right
on air.
I'm sending it to you as we speak.
Basura, trash or whatever.
You said it. We got a boomeranger.
I'm Spanish, baby. I'm fucking bilingual, baby.
I got to connect them before I can even go to you. So while I connect you, let me go to
bilingual Mike.
Denver. Joe in Denver, talk to me. Joe in Denver, just listening, going once, twice.
Yeah, I'm just listening, bro. I'm at work.
No problem, brother. Thank you for tuning in while you're at work. We love you. Robert Ortiz in Las Vegas, talk to me.
Man, I thought you weren't my friend anymore, dude. I was like, damn, when's he going to me? Look, looking at the buy rate of Fury versus Wilder in the U.S., like, compare that to, like, I can't even find figures on what he did in the U.K., but if they only did 300 something in the U.S. while Anthony Joshua's doing 1.5 million in the U.K., like, dude, Anthony Joshua calls all the shots here. I came on at first to just say that AJ's ducking, like, make the fight happen, just tell your team to make the fight happen. No, that dude can make whatever demands he wants. The other two should just be happy to get the exposure because he is on a different level than them completely. And yeah, that goes for, personally, I think the Fury Fury versus AJ in the UK would be like immensely bigger than versus Wilder. But
oh, you know what
either one
what
of those
level
guys
he's
will make
on?
a
You know what level he's on? He's on the ESPN First Take level where they say you're not fucking relevant on air in his face.
Yeah, sure, in the U.S., but I mean, is Deontay Wilder that relevant in the U.S.? Because they didn't.
Obviously,
really do that many
obviously, if
pay-per-view
they
buys.
call him the unified champion, the other guy in the U.S. on television on ESPN,
because he's sitting in the studio.
Well, that's cute, Nets, and I wanted to agree with you. I did, but numbers are numbers, and whether he's irrelevant here, he's making that money in the UK far more than what they're making out here. So, I mean, I'd rather go to the UK and do business over there. You're going to make way more money.
Hey, great call, Rob. Great call.
I actually did not hear them say that he was the other guy on the show. Maybe I missed it. Real
Ness
quick,
said that before. So, oh, my bad. Go ahead.
We got a super chat from Michael Johnson. It is.
Look at Mike trying to leave my little last statement to myself and shit. He like, yo, I hear that.
I did. I mean, it is
Left you
50-50
on the
because the fans bring the money to both sides, not because ESPN says that a motherfucker is number one. Okay.
Look, that's true. That's true. Look, I'm not denying that.
Absolutely true.
But we all can agree on one simple thing. That there's only one guy that can really make the fight. 320-309, first time caller. 320-309, first time caller.
Hey, fellas, how's it going? First time caller, new to the show.
Hold on one moment, brother.
Hold
on one moment, brother. Don't speak another word. Want to thank you first and foremost for being a first time caller. I'm gonna go ahead and play this first time caller intro the way Mike likes it. It's tradition. So we're gonna go ahead and play this first time caller intro. You let the world know your name, where you're calling from, and you get into your call.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut,
Jet from Minnesota.
That's what's up.
Jack, talk to us.
Yeah, I'm just calling. I just want to see the best fight the best. I'm so tired of all this political. He's ducking and he's ducking. I just want to see the best fight the best. So if Joshua don't want to fight Wilder, Wilder should fight Fury. If Fury don't want the rematch, Wilder should pay White to come over here and make another pay-per-view and move on without AJ till the walls close in on him. And that's my call, fellas. And keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, Ness.
How is Rob texting me? Yo, I thought we were friends. Rob, don't be taking it personal. I said that in the beginning of the show. We have we do morning shows every day, and you know we have a time constraint. It's 1:30 for everyone. We got boomerangers and ringers out there. There is no love. Look, Boxing MD has been waiting, and now it's time to go to him. But Ron, you want
Ness, real quick to clarify? Some people were saying that you said that Dillian White never had a pay-per-view. Can you clarify that?
He never had a U.S. international pay-per-view the way Tyson Fury did, right? Tyson Fury sold in the UK and in the US. Dillian White, we get that shit for free, homeboys. Stop it. Stop it. You're reaching. He's a domestic pay-per-view seller. That's great. I love it. I've even said he's got his own lane. He will be an international and possibly, depending on the time of the fight that he puts, if he says, yo, I'll fight Luis Ortiz or Dominic Brazil in the UK on pay-per-view, maybe he could do it depending on the time. But again, it's hard for you guys to sell us a pay-per-view in the middle of the day, unfortunately. But Tyson Fury is a U.S. pay-per-view star. So stop it. Stop it.
You're crazy.
Stop it.
You just said,
Time to go.
I'm going to let go to MD. Yeah.
MD. Boxing MD,
Mario,
talk to
what's
us.
the population? What's the population of the UK? Mario, don't look it up. Just tell me.
I have no idea. I was literally about to Google it on my phone.
I was ready to type that up.
Right. Right. So the population of the UK is about maybe 70,000, and on top of my head, the population of the US is about 330 to 350 million. I mean, I said thousand, I meant million. So just do the math. That's about 5 times. This is like, so when you guys talk about UK versus US, like, and then you have to factor in, like, when you guys talk about buy rates and money, like, there's a lot of things that I'm not even smart enough, and I'm not even smart enough to understand the business inside boxing, because there's a lot of math and a lot of analytics involved to really compare what's bigger and what's not bigger. So I don't really want to talk about that. Just trying to keeping you guys informed of the population differences. But you guys remember Jack Reach reffing Canelo, what's his name? Mendingo Warrior?
When Carlos Molina got in the ring? When his team got in the ring?
No, Kirkland.
Yeah, Canelo Kirkland.
Oh, Canelo Kirkland.
Yeah. Do you
Okay.
remember when do you remember when he reffed Dominic Wade Triple G?
Yeah.
Do you remember when he reffed Willie Monroe too? Triple G?
Did he?
There's been a few times in all of those fights, maybe not the Monroe fight, but he did with the Wade. And the Wade fight specifically, I take those two to use as examples. The Kirkland fight, Kirkland was literally, they could have stopped that fight earlier. So he lets fights go. Secondly, in the Wade fight,
Oh my God, yo, I'm sorry. I even let you get to 27 on that minute and 30, like 3 minutes extra. But you guys gotta get your shit together because it's like mad people and we're doing a minute 30. We got it's time to go to Nolia. Sorry, I should have went to you about a call ago. Rhythm and Violence on the Boomerang status. Talk to me.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Oh, that's not. Hey, I didn't even have no dollar DI and I got the intro. But look, Mario, to be honest with you, I just got on. I got off working overtime, and I heard the statement that Dillian White is a more global superstar than somebody who has a fucking meme that went around the world like 5,000 times. Do you not remember The Undertaker? I saw it. If you don't realize what a global superstar means, then I think you're intelligent, man. Like, how can a person have a meme that went around the world over and over again, but a person who knocked somebody out named Derek Chisora is more popular than the fight of the year last year? Can you answer that question real quick?
What about a multiple city press tour? Has Dillian White ever done an international multiple city press tour? Has he ever done an international multiple city press tour?
I know he's talking about a list. Do you realize that list was probably made in probably November before the great fight of the year? Nobody cares about Joshua now. They only made that list because before that fight happened. So Mario, your analytics, your understanding of culture is down. Just stick to maybe lower weight boxing because this big time stuff you're not used to. And everybody talking about buy rates.
My nigga said lower weight boxing.
You heard me, $20. That ain't number baby food. $79 is what we pay for over in America. When you start paying that money for Dillian White, then you start talking. When Joshua start paying $79 for a fight, then we start talking. Please, with all this foolishness. The UK 1.1, anybody can pay for that. If Mayweather was paying $20 a fight, cut it.
Yo, I'm gonna use superhero reference here. Okay, I'm not saying Dillian White is the bigger star out of any of the four that we mentioned. That's not what my point was. Here's what my point is: Anthony Joshua is the star in the heavyweight division, right? So we'll call him Batman. So who's his Joker? Dillian White. So if you're gonna have Batman and Joker fight, that's a bigger fight than Spider-Man fighting. I don't know. Man, like the fucking
let's say
Wolverine.
it's bigger than Spider-Man fighting Wolverine. But the fact is, Batman has not came to Gotham yet. Batman is over there in motherfucking La La Land chilling. So
that's fair.
And when he had when he had fights in Gotham, he only did 500,000. I mean, well, 600,000 when the Cusco happened, and then it dropped down to 300,000 for Parker, and then 15,000 allegedly, quotation marks allegedly, because I don't know, for the zone fight with Povetkin, all in the States. So that tells me that the interest for Joshua in the States is not there.
Well, hey, for the chat, real quick, can you guys help me out? I can't find anything. How much was the Floyd Mayweather Ricky Hatton cost in the UK? If you guys can help me out in the chat, but go ahead, Mario.
Well, I'll say this though, MD's point about how many people live in the UK and how many people live in the United States, it actually helps out what I'm saying, because you're talking about percentage of people and population density and all that. More people were buying UK pay-per-views than US pay-per-views. I mean, it's simple as that.
All right, back to the callers. We got a pound for pound.
Super chat from Rod 870. He's our Patreon member. Ness Mario was initially making the point that Fury Josh wasn't a groundbreaking fight worldwide. I agree that if it is domestic, not worldwide, top 5 shit came up later.
Thank you, man.
So
Someone's
he's
listening
agreed
to
with
the
he's
show.
agreed with
I
Mario.
don't
Someone's
care
listening.
what Rod is saying.
Someone listen to the show. Thank you.
That's our Patreon.
Why you always lying?
Hey, yo, Elms is a Patreon. All he do is hate. Fuck out of here. That don't mean nothing.
Real quick, we got one more from
Hater, but today he woke up on Mario's side of the bed. That all.
we got another one from Joseph Rodriguez Garces. Jack Reese was not ref for Canelo Kirkland fight.
Ooh, killing
Yeah,
him.
that's why I didn't agree with any because I didn't know who the fuck ref
That
was.
Mario did because Mario.
I thought he was. Well, then who was it?
He needed an accomplice. It's all good.
Who was it?
Who drug you in there? I was just sitting there like,
Let's
I
go to
don't know.
Prince. Let's go to
I
Prince
don't remember then.
and Dubai. Joel, you just listening? Joel, you just listening? Going once, twice. Cool. Rafi, UK, go.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, the messages become convoluted, diluted, and mixed up. Warren is simply doing the best he can do for his fighter. He's trying to create an image that it's a 50, the Fury is on parity with AJ. But when you look at the numbers, that is clearly not the case. AJ is the clear king of the division. Fury, Wilder, and the rest stand below him. Warren is trying to imply that Fury is a Fury AJ is a 50-50 fight. It is clearly, when you do the analytics, not the case. Wilder had the opportunity to bring himself up to parity or somewhere near, but he offered Joseph Parker peanuts. Parker declined and went to fight AJ. Clearly, he was making much more with AJ. If Wilder had at his disposal 50 mil or any.
Damn, Rafi got that motherfucking internet cut off, didn't he? Something happened.
Yeah, it sound like they all dropped off, but
We got another one from Joseph Rodriguez Garces. He says that
you there?
Hello.
Keep going.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay.
You're back.
Oh, all right, cool.
You got 10 seconds though.
All right, well, so both Wilder and Fury are clear key sides. The fight will happen when they sign the contract.
Oh, these men in front of me, Joe.
Shut your ass up, Eagles. Cut it. We got a super chat from Joseph Rodriguez Garces. That ref was Lawrence Cole.
Yeah, I should have known. It was in Texas, and his daddy gets him all the fights. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I mean, they can't. Well, never mind. I was gonna say something, but never mind.
Bro, I swear in boxing, bro.
You ever go to Marcus in DC?
Yeah,
we did.
Boy, in boxing, man,
We
about who you know.
Noah in Cali. Good morning.
Morning, TBV.
What
up? All right. Javi tripped me out every time. Hey, it's funny how you always put me on after Javi, old delusional ass, man, so I can always bring his ass back into reality. All right. Look, there's still something that I think that we are constantly overlooking, which is the fact that, Frank, let's go analogy. Everybody's going analogy today, right? Let's just say Mario's a champ. You're a champ, Ness. I'm a champ and Mike's a champ, right? Now, Ness like 6'5", right?
Pussy.
Nobody want to fight Ness, right? So Ness
I'll take his ass.
said, so hold on 1 second. We're just going with this is my analogy, Mike.
Okay.
I've seen his ass too. I've seen him fight Sean Porter. I've seen him fight Porter. I've seen it. But anyway, the analogy, let's go. So Mike, so he comes to me and he's like, let's fight. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to fight Mario instead. Right? And then I fight Mario. So Ness goes to Mike, and Ness is like, hey, what's up, man? I'm trying to get this shit popping, man. What's up, man? I'm trying to get it popping. And you're like, no. I'm going to fight Mario. So Mario fucked around and beat us both, and now Mario has all the belts, and Mario's telling Ness he ain't worthy. But Ness been running around here trying to get these fights. Ness is a harder fight than Mario. So we're going to rock with Mario. Mario beat us. Yeah, okay. But at the same time, where does that leave Ness? Like, how are you guys like? This is like rewarding a coward. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Keep it real, Javi, man. Like, that shit gets on my nerves, and it's like it's almost disgusting how they're trying to protect his.
Cut it.
No, great call. We're going to Jabron in New York on the Ringer status, cutting the line. What up, Jabron? Good morning. Been a long time.
I shouldn't have left you.
Yeah, man. Good morning, TBV. I appreciate y'all hard work. I see y'all grinding, but I'm just tired of the deflecting, man. On Matchroom part, 1 second is saying, Wilder is the easier out of the fights and all this deflection. Then I watched the documentary yesterday, Dylan White documentary, and he stated, I don't know if he listened to the show, but he's like, "Oh, I'm taking my career in my own hands. I'm not chasing Joshua." Because, you know, he's full of shit, and Eddie Hearn, they full of shit. Now they're going to go chase Fat Boy Miller, you know? So he's talking about going after the mandatory position of Deontay Wilder. And I just want to know y'all thoughts on that and the possibility of that fight actually happening. And that's my call.
All right, Jabron. Who's going after the mandatory? You talking about Dillian going after Brazil? That's what you talking about?
Bring it back real quick because I kind of
he
blanked
said
out.
Miller, so I got lost when he said mandatory.
Hey, Jabron, who going after the mandatory?
No. Dillian White, because he's in the #1 position, the WBC for Deontay Wilder's title.
So you saying he's going after Brazil from the interview you talking about? From the interview with...
No, he's saying he was going to go after Wilder.
Yeah, but he can't get to Wilder without a good offer or, you know, beating Brazil, who's the man.
The mandatory for Wilder is Dominic Brazil.
Oh, I'm not making a case. I'm just going off of what he said in the documentary yesterday. He put it out yesterday, so I'm just going off of what he said.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he was in front of Eddie Hearn popping shit.
Nah, I hear him. But thanks for calling. I hear him. I mean, it's no different than Wilder putting out documentaries saying one face, one name, one champion, and going after AJ. Like, you know, this is their personal goals.
We got a super chat.
Gotta accomplish them, though.
From Michael Johnson. AJ can't get American money without Wilder. 3 belts to 1, but the belts don't make the man. The man make the belts. Don't put money in your pocket. Ask Ward.
Okay. All right, we're going to Buami on Skype. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up? Hey, now
Get off speakerphone.
Fam, get your speakerphone together. We'll be back to you. We're going to Sekou on Skype. Talk to me.
Sekou.
Hey, morning, fellas.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, you know, big at the TBV, beautiful show. I've literally been bombarding AJ's IG to call in. He needs to call in and say something. Anyhow, why would AJ really give it the A-side status to Wilder? I mean, like, would Wilder? He wouldn't. Come on. So AJ has to keep his stand. That's how it is. The biggest fight in world boxing definitely is AJ Wilder.
What do you mean give up? Can you define give up?
In other words, would he give a 50-50?
But he doesn't
agreement?
need to. He doesn't need to.
Right. So I'm saying,
but you don't need to give up. Listen, you don't need to give up 50-50 to be fair. You know that, and I know that. I don't need to know. I don't need to know how much money you making so that I could be happy with the money you paying me. Like, we both know that. I don't care what you're making as long as I'm okay.
Fair enough. So a 40-60 split makes sense to me.
Listen, I don't think the split matters. I know that the promoters and managers all say it's about a split. Ultimately, it is, but at the end of the day, they will be happy with the number, whatever that split is. As long as that split adds up to the right number, they're happy. You know, as long as that fair split isn't somewhere in the teens. They would be.
No,
happy.
I agree with you, Ness. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. 60-40, and then the spin back, 60-40 the other way. But on a sidebar, I saw Wilder at the airport. Was going through to work, and I saw Wilder and his girlfriend at the airport. Beautiful woman, beautiful woman.
Yo, she's on IG. Telly Swift on IG. She's a model. Follow her and give her some support. You know, he supports her modeling career, so you can follow her.
She's a model, reality star, brand ambassador.
Cut me off is, yeah, y'all guys need to come down to Barbados because I'm sure Wilder stayed on the Gold Coast, as we call it, which is the West Side.
Doggy, I've been man, you don't know how many times I've searched Barbados. It's just too expensive. It's
Also, the American dollar
really one of the most expensive spots to go to in the Caribbean. It's expensive.
The US dollar is 2-to-1 in Barbados, so that's how expensive it is. So I get what you're saying, but if you want a beautiful experience, yeah, come down this side. That's why Wilder came here.
How the women down there, brother? How's the women?
Well, he definitely got 2 minutes and 30 seconds for talking about Caribbean islands. He knows how to find his way into Ness's heart.
You know your heart.
Go to Buami, who messed up earlier. Talk to me.
You got it fixed, big dog?
Buami eating hamburgers at salami.
FYI, we got Joey Spencer. He just woke up. If you want to bring him on, if not, then we can do him.
Yeah, another time, I think. I mean, we got a lot of callers. I mean, it really depends. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Buami, are you there? Going once, twice? He out of here. We're going to Joel, trying you again on the pound for pound status.
Yeah. What up, TVV?
What up? Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, actually, it's good night for me.
That's right. You're in Dubai. Talk to me.
So, man, I don't know. Seriously, I get fed up with all those conversations about negotiations, all that kind of things. I just want to see the fight. Whatever the guys, Wilder fight between the top 5, whatever the guys Fury fight between the top 5, whatever the guys Joshua fight between the top 5, I don't care. I just want to see the fight. But if I want to go to Mario, Joshua Fury is definitely a big fight. Because if we just use the number, if Joshua averaged between 1 and 5, and then the two of them combine, and then the eloquency of Fury, that fight can blow. Like that fight can skyrocket the UK record. And globally, I think it might be out of 10 for Wilder Joshua, 10 Joshua Fury. Wilder Joshua 10, Joshua Fury 9 globally. It will be close. But definitely great fight between them. I just want to see the fight. So fuck all that talk of negotiation, Luda this, Idak this. I don't care. Let them do. Because I feel like when we keep on talking about that fight, that's why they still cut it.
Joel, gonna have to use that boomerang status. We're going to Checkmate Boxing. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, fellas? Hey, first of all, we gotta look at it from this perspective. It takes 2 to tango. There's no way in the world AJ makes a fight that's worth 100 or 200 million without Deontay Wilder. So it's not what he made in the past, it's what he brings to this particular fight in the future. And also keep in mind, AJ first time making 10 million was in 2017 against Klitschko, who had no belts, who came off a loss to Fury, in which he at that time they made 10 million 50-50, and they made something like 15 million total of each after that fight. Okay, so AJ made 10 million first time in 2017. Wilder made over 10 million first time in 2018. So for all of a sudden they're trying to make all of these nuances that he's the king of the castle. It's because this is what Eddie Hearn has done. What he's doing in UK has nothing to do with America. This is where the money is. 75, 85. I guarantee you, the Wilder Fury. To the pay-per-views is going to go up at least $10. So they're gonna make it even more money. So people who are saying they want to see AJ Wilder, no, I say go do that Wilder Fury 2, build that base, and then you can slap Eddie Hearn in the face with that bullshit. That's it.
I personally hope that they don't go up on a pay-per-view. I think the price is pretty good where it's at, and if you want to get more people to buy, keep it the exact same.
All right, we're going to Ak on Skype. On
Going twice, 3 times.
AKA AK space K username. Hello, my friend. Idris, talk to me on Skype.
What's going on, Idris?
Yes, walk on. You saying? Listen, let me just keep it simple in here. The last call is a bit dumb. He's saying that AJ don't make 100 mil without Wilder. Yeah, does Wilder even make more than 10 million without Fury or Wilder? Without Fury or AJ? Listen to this, yeah.
So you answering a question with a question. He's dumb because you want to answer a question with a question. Does he make 100 million without Wilder? Yes or no? Who the fuck is dumb?
No, he
does he make it? Yes or no?
I said no.
Then. So how's he dumb for telling you the truth? You dumb.
Okay, does Wilder,
you fucking
does
dumb.
Wilder make more than 10 million?
Fuck your Wilder into 10 million, nigga. You dumb. You gonna call him dumb and you
Let
say
my man get his call off, man. He tried to get his point across. Let me know why. Let me know why the last caller is dumb. Let me know.
Okay, now answer me. Does Wilder make more than 10 million without AJ and Fury?
I don't want to answer your question. You call
Thank
somebody
you. Ron,
dumb.
you
You call
answer me.
somebody dumb
Ron
because he
and
right.
everyone
You call
else.
someone
Mike, you
dumb
answer
because
me.
he right.
Ron, Mario, you answer me. I want everyone to answer.
Mario ain't here for the third.
Now look, without Joshua Fury, we don't know because he has not done a pay-per-view without anybody else.
It's only 10 mil. 10 mil is light work, bro. Do you get me? AJ shit style. So why you man acting like 50-50 is something to talk about?
Nobody's saying 50-50. Only guys like you are calling in talking about 50-50 because you got no legs to stand on.
Bro, you was talking about that all day, bro.
No, we not.
Anyway,
no,
see
we
you later,
not.
man.
Yeah.
I gotta
Bye.
go.
Bye. Fuck out of here with that garbage. Calling somebody dumb, you ain't got nothing to say. Who the fuck is next? Lidge Low, talk to me.
Hey, what's happening, fellas? You know what it is. Decatur, Georgia standing in. Hey, quick question for all three of y'all, and then I want the listeners to pay attention to this question as well and be honest with yourself. If the shoe was on the other foot, Wilder had all the belts, would he give AJ an opportunity? Now, I know the answer, but I just want to see what y'all going to say.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
No doubt.
That, right.
No doubt.
Mario
ain't here again. Fourth caller.
Yo, Mario ducked all the work.
I just want to add that question again. Listeners, just think about that shit, shout. If this shit was on the other foot, y'all know why to give that man that opportunity. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.
Already, homie. Thanks for calling in.
Yo, anybody in the chat saying I'm done for shouting, you getting blocked. I mean, not even blocked, you getting timed out because I'm shouting. Nigga, call in. Pussy, you fucking typing. Pussy ass.
You're just passionate, Ness.
You see me. Fuck
You're
out.
just passionate. Just very passionate.
Pussy.
Very.
Listen, anybody with an icon with no fucking real face, no subscribers, use a fucking pussy, nigga. See me when you see me. Fuck.
Sweet putty fatty.
Yeah, I'm unprofessional, but all your favorite fighters come over here to kick it with me. You mad. Fucking mad.
They calling us for interviews, baby.
Emotional.
They calling us for interviews now. I'm just fucking around.
All your favorites over here. The only one ducking his work is AJ, but we all know that's in his blood. That's in his blood. We're going to go to some boomerangers real quick.
Eddie, I'm ready. Call in.
Eddie ducking, man. He ducking this. He ducking that work.
He called in once.
Hey, +1 if you want that boomerang status. Let me see. And Joel, let me know about you. Buwami, you ready? Go.
Yeah, Ness, get me in.
Oh, Joel, go ahead. Buwami, you on the way? You got to wait one more.
Ness, why you so emotional?
You want me to play the soundbite for you?
Play the soundbite, Ness.
What's going on, Ness? What's going on?
I'm passionate. Only Ron understands me. I'm passionate. I'm
Yeah,
not
I get
emotional.
it. You're so passionate.
Listen,
I get it.
if
But
I was emotional, I couldn't do multiple shows a day, bro.
No, I get it. That's good though. You like your work. You like it. That's good.
I love it.
I like the energies. I like it. But what's wrong with Eddie? Why is he ducking you?
I smell pussy. You know why? Because I'm the only one that's gonna ask him the real shit.
No, I get it. You and D won't click again because Eddie never done that. He never ducked an interview. So if it's like that, you won't get it anymore.
You crazy.
Seriously.
Listen, nobody ducks me in my face. Nobody. Okay? Nobody. Nobody. No.
In French,
I'm keeping it real.
Tenacité. In French, we call it tenacité, and I like it.
Listen, I'm being honest. all those fighters that you say don't like me, all those fighters that say don't like me, they don't fucking duck me in my face. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying I'm better than them or none of that, but they don't duck me in my face. Eddie always gives me an interview. Charlo's always giving me an interview. Now, Bruno, on the other hand, that might be a little difficult, but Jacob's always give me an interview. You know, whoever hates me still fucks with me, man. It is what it is. And we work too hard. We work too hard. I mean, last I checked, we starting to make a little
impression.
You know what I'm saying? These particular interviews that we doing on a daily basis are really starting to get noticed. So I'm gonna just keep working. Blonders.
We got a super chat from Siobhan Bodie. Showtime can't do pay-per-view at 5 p.m. Man,
Coogan didn't, you see, because when Coogan tried to duck me, I forced the interview, but it's only on Patreon. So shut up, Sean, because you're a fucking punk.
We got a super chat from Siobhan Bodie.
Mario back after ducking 4.
God damn, nigga, calm down today, baby.
Oh no, we got the super chat. You just interrupted.
We got a super chat from Siobhan Bodie. Showtime cannot do a pay-per-view at 5 p.m. Man, it has to be there.
Yeah, and I think that's the point you were making earlier, right, Mike? With Fury and Joshua being picked up by Showtime, like regular Showtime. If it was, it'd be great exposure. I don't know if it's something that could actually be done monetarily speaking, but that would be great exposure for 2 UK guys. They would have to hit them with that recorded.
All right,
showing.
bro. We got far too many calls. We're about to drop it down to a minute. Just too many people, and you know, you guys ain't got your shit together anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mike's all hot, you know, people on Bluetooth, you know. So, all right, looks like we got Brandon in Cincinnati. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, TVZ? I'm gonna keep it quick, man. I just got one question for all the Joshua fans and UK Sheep, because you asked them this before and they never seem to have an answer. Why were they willing to give Joseph Parker 37% or 33%, but they keep coming with flat fees for Wilder? None of them can answer that question.
Yeah, but that's the past, man.
Yeah, that's past.
We as a people, though, we got to move on so that they can move on. Like, past negotiations is past negotiations. Like, they gave him a flat fee. Wilder denied it. We moved on. They still talk about, oh, Wilder lost his pen. We don't want to be like them. We don't want to talk about the past. We want to talk forward, moving forward, getting it done. They like to talk about, hey, but Wilder's never made 10 million. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. We want to talk about how can we get this fight done. Let's let them push the angle of why it's not getting done. We'll be optimistic in saying how it can get done. The same way Frank Warren was optimistic saying, look, Americans do it, splitting pay-per-view between 2 networks. We can do it. Let us be optimistic and let those sourpuss people be sour, because you don't got an avatar. You know, you don't have any friends on the social media platforms that you're conversing on. There's something wrong with you.
I'm more
wrong with the people that are going by their names and their names are attached to their Facebooks and their Google. There's nothing wrong with the same. So let the sheep, who are just a screen name of a bunch of letters sometimes, let them talk about the past, because the past is not going to take us anywhere unless we're talking about history.
And I gotta follow this, man. I'm past the 50 million. I'm past the flat fee. I'm past the April 13th date. I think the guys should come to the table now. The guys should come to the table now and start over, start fresh, and work something out to get this fight done. Because, like Ned said, both guys are free, and if Fury and them are dragging their foot, then Shelly Finkel and Wilder's team have to make a combatant to Fury dragging his foot. So go after the Joshua fight. Go after the I'm telling you, man, if I was Wilder's team, that Dillian White fight looks so appeasing to me right now. Over in England, give me 8 million plus upside of a UK pay-per-view, and let's do it. Let's do it. Easily be Dillian White.
You know, real quick though, because I don't want the caller to think that like or even anyone else to think it's not hard.
The four callers that wanted to give you work that you ducking, and all of a sudden comes back with a new wardrobe.
I told y'all to hold me down. It's my jacket. Listen, I said that it's hard to forget, the 50 mil. It's hard to forget some of those things. So it's not like it's easy to move past it, but the right thing to do is move past it, because that ain't going to be what they're going to talk about at the negotiation table.
All right, let's see, can we get through some of these callers? Jeez Louise, it's getting thick in this bitch. We gonna get to we never got to Buami.
No Buami. What's up, baby? Everything right now?
Buami.
I'm here, bro.
Get off speakerphone.
I'm here now, bro.
Okay, that sound great.
I need gunshots after every sentence from Mario, please. First of all, pass me the UAP.
I gotta find my gun, man.
I got you, man. I got you loaded,
you,
man.
baby.
Hey,
10 seconds. Yeah, that's fucked up, Ron. That's fucked up.
Dillian White, Anthony Joshua is such a big fight. Let me tell you something. Anthony Joshua here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I'm from. Nobody respects him. People used to like him. People literally used to be like, man, he gonna beat Wilder. Look how, normal boxing fans, look how buff he is. He's gonna win. Nobody has respect for him after the 50 mil. You can forget it. I don't care about it no more. But the thing is, I don't want people sitting around making lies up. If anybody knows how to do math, 25. This is the last thing I gotta say. 25 times 1 million. What is that, Ness?
I don't know how to do math.
25 million. 25 mil, baby. What's up?
Hey,
300,000 times 75. What is that?
3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 5 is 15. 3.6 million.
What?
3.6 million, baby. What's up?
Taking us to calculus class.
3.6 million. What's up, baby?
I can't vouch, man.
I went for my English degree, but it's all good.
All right, keep going, Buami. We ain't stopping you.
3 pay-per-views times 79. How much the pay-per-view cost? That's all I'm trying to get clear. It's not that much of a difference from how much they make on their pay-per-view. So everybody got to stop all that. AJ's the bunny man. Okay, that's cool. But man, I ain't never seen Ali do that. I ain't never seen Floyd Mayweather sit around and tell Marcos Maidana, I'm not gonna give you a good cut. Manny Pacquiao said, look, man, I'm taking a percentage, and that's it. And that's all I wanted to say, you guys. Y'all be blessed.
Okay, real quick, rebuttal, because he made some really good points, and I'm not gonna lie, I'll take that L if I deserve it. I don't think I do, but if I do, then fine, I'll take it. But this is the only point I'm gonna say. Okay, Dillian White Joshua is a huge fight for Joshua, which makes it a huge fight for the UK. He will be on their Good Morning America. He'll be on their SNL. He'll be on there. He's gonna be spread across the country on every platform on prime time. All right, Wilder Fury. They ain't gonna be on nothing, but ESPN and Fox Sports.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Joshua and Wilder and Fury was on Joe Rogan, and Wilder was on Corbin. Wilder was on James Corbin.
Those aren't Good Morning America. Those aren't Good Morning America.
Man, he was on Good Morning Britain. Talking that shit.
Saying Good Morning Britain, yeah, not Good Morning America.
I'm saying Wilder was on Good Morning Britain too, so that means Wilder's a big star. If they're offering this man to be on Good Morning Britain, they see a marketing chance to get more exposure and get more.
But is it for Wilder or is it for Joshua though, Mike?
It was for Wilder and Fury. What you mean?
No. But okay, that's not what I meant. Then was it for Fury? Or was it for Wilder himself? Like, what do you think?
It was for the fight. To be honest with you, I believe it was equally like
to just promote the fight.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
I can rock with that. I guess.
And the same thing will go with Joshua. If he's on, he's on to do what? Promote the fight.
Okay, so I guess the only thing I'm saying is like if the UK supports the way they do and America supports the way they do, then 2 UK stars, one of whom is the biggest heavyweight attraction, regardless of borders, then I don't know. Look, I don't know. I keep thinking about this. It's a tough call. Like, people don't come at me like I'm fucking making t-shirts and shit. I'm just saying, like, I happen to believe that right now, as it stands, Joshua White's the bigger fight. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
We need Mario face with a fucking cane and like a little robe, like the shepherd for the.
Oh, you hating now?
Oh my god, brother, that should have select hotcakes. They love Mario.
Got me looking like fucking Dumbledore.
Go to Tariq Khalid? I don't know, but I said Tariq. Let's go with
Khalid.
Tariq. Tariq on Skype.
Another one.
Tariq on Skype. Unmute yourself, Tariq.
Another one.
Tariq. Just listening. Touch Potential on Skype.
They don't want you to unmute yourself, Tariq. They don't want you to talk.
Touch Potential on Skype. Touch Potential with all the background
Hello?
music. What up, Touch?
Yeah. What's up? Good show again. Yeah, just wanted to say my piece. I'm happy that you guys are not talking about the past. I understand you guys know Wilder's team. I hear Mike saying it earlier on. When you guys are gonna tell Wilder to stop ducking? Because
When he realizes that Fury doesn't want to fight him, and then he doesn't take the Joshua fight and doesn't have a mandatory WBC from Dominic, because it's not been ordered. So as long as it's not ordered, and as long as Fury's occupied not with Joshua, and then Wilder doesn't fight Joshua, yeah, I'll call him I'll say, yo, what's up, bro? He's available. Your mandatory is not called.
Channel? Is this not the People's Channel?
But isn't that? I'm just
the people want the Joshua Wilder fight, and
we want it. You want it. I want it.
You know Wilder, so obviously I'm calling from the UK, and
so wait a minute. Let me get
your man to fucking stop bullshitting.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. You're saying, Ness, you know what the people want, so I should tell Wilder stop ducking AJ now?
Yeah.
So him wanting the rematch and the people saying that Fury won, he shouldn't fight him?
The people. I listen to the show every day. You're on the show every day. You do a fantastic job, and everybody talks about Wilder Fury every day. I mean Wilder AJ every day. So that's what the people want. So speak to your boy.
So I just want you to say it on the record that he should not take the rematch the way that Charlo was trying to get the rematch, the way that Maidana got the rematch, the way that Castillo got the rematch. He should not take the rematch. He should go fight AJ is what you want to say, right?
Well, Fury's not up for it. He's clearly not up for it. So let's just face reality. Fury's not up for it.
Hold on. Let's walk through this. Tariq, calm down. Tariq, you're getting way more time than you would have normally. I want you to calm down and just understand. Fury's not up to it, but shouldn't Wilder, just same way Coogan told Dillian White, shouldn't Wilder be allowed to wait to see if Fury's truly not up to it? Or should we make that decision for him? Should our assumptions make Wilder just go negotiate?
His coaches said it. His manager said it. He's not interested.
Well, that's false. That's false. Lou DiBella and his manager and trainer were on here the other day, and they both said that narrative is false. So why are you still saying that? I don't understand. Do you have any new information?
Yeah, I saw the interviews with Ben Davison. I've seen stuff with Frank Warren. They don't want the fight.
But that's assumption, though. But that's assumption, right? Because there is no signed fight for Fury versus anyone else.
Because what I don't understand, you guys going about you guys.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. Whoa. Answer that one question. Should Wilder wait till Fury say he don't want to fight, then pursue the AJ fight? No. Please let him answer. Let him answer.
Answer it, Tariq.
Tariq, it's Touch Potential.
Excuse me.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Should Wilder wait till Fury says he doesn't want the rematch, then pursue the AJ fight?
No, what you should do is
stop it right there. Anthony Joshua waited till Vladimir Klitschko said he did not want the rematch and retired before he pursued any other fight. So you're a fucking sheep and you are biased. Next caller, please.
Well, he got a lot of time, man. I'm telling you, the most biased, they somehow get more time. Mo, talk to me. Mo Usama. Where are you calling in from? I don't know. I forgot. I'm sorry. Mo on Skype. Mo. Going once. Just listening. Going twice. Just listen and go. Hey, Ak, we're trying you again.
Nemo.
I think Mo is Mo. No.
Nemo.
Mo, you're not working. You gotta unmute yourself, buddy.
AKA Nemo Hose.
All right. So Ak, what about you? Going once, going twice. Tariq as well. KO'd on the boomerang. No.
Yo.
Okay, we got Mo. Hold on, KO. What up, Mo?
Hi, I just wanted to say, yeah, you lot are sleeping on AJ's marketability. He's already got about 6 or 7 marketable. You
What
guys
the
are
fuck is going on? Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
now we can.
We got this caller keeps unmuting his mic because I don't know, he knows how to unmute it now, but every time we call fucking knock, he doesn't know how to unmute.
But sorry, Mo, go ahead.
Yeah, I said you lot are sleeping on AJ's marketability.
I don't even understand what this has to do with the conversation. You see, this is what I'm saying.
Let him get off.
We're talking about shit that doesn't even make
No,
sense. Like, do we want the fight?
When he comes
Do
to
we want the
America,
fight, or do we care that he's a fucking?
I mean, we did say something that him by not being marketable in the United States. So he's bringing up a point that we had an argument about on the show. So he's bringing up something we talked about.
Thank you, Mike.
Hot your ass down. Fucking light skinned guys are so fucking sensitive.
He's still mad that he lost to me.
he's thinking that AJ's not marketable. When he comes to America, it's going to be on.
I mean, the zone
As marketable.
allegedly had 15,000 people watching AJ first fight. So,
Well, that was the first fight on the zone.
but you're saying he's marketable, so don't you think that it should have been
marketable when he comes? Look, he's got Boss, Jaguar. He's got Beats. When he comes Under Armour, when he comes to America, it won't be long. Maybe 1 or 2 fights.
But the shit is marketed over there. It's not really like marketed over here. I've seen 1 or 2 AJ commercials, but it's not like it's on heavy rotation like a LeBron James or a Peyton Manning commercial would be.
All right, Mo on Skype, talk to me. Mo. And he just muted himself, so I guess you just listen. All right, Ak, it's your turn now. Mr. Unmute with the fucking windows open.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Close your windows, buddy. Close your windows.
I've already closed all these windows. I'm traveling, so you guys can just manage to.
Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Texas, from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. All right, talk to us.
Yeah, I always listen to you guys, and you guys have been doing a great job, even though most of you guys sometimes are unprofessional. And what I see about AJ, Wilder, Fury, you, Nels, I will start with you, Nels, first. Let me remind you, because I listened to you, I watched your show the day Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz fight. During the round 7, Luis Ortiz was rocking Deontay Wilder. What come out of your mouth? Nels says, hey, this is robbery. This is a cheat. This fight should be over. You said that.
Because I'm unbiased. Because I'm unbiased. Because I'm unbiased.
I know, but today you said Deontay Wilder beat Luis Ortiz.
Because he did.
Let me remind you.
He did.
Yes. Let me remind you again. You and your friend, the day Dillian White and this guy fought, Derek Chisora, both of you guys placed a bet that they were going to play draw. I think we that are listening to you guys, I think you guys think we lack common sense. You guys think you can drive us like your car. You guys think we can accept every shit you tell us. That is a shit. If your brother is Deontay Wilder, you need to go and sit down with him and tell him the fact. Don't come and fool the boxing fan. You see, the American people are getting angry over this nonsense you guys are doing.
I don't get what you're saying, bro. Honestly.
You should understand that you guys are not reporting facts. You guys are not saying the fact. You guys are biased.
So what is the fact? What is the fact?
The fact is that Wilder is not who he said he is.
Who is he then?
Who is he? Wilder is nobody. With one belt, you cannot claim 50-50. Never. With one belt.
You see, I gave you so much time, but there's when we got to cut you off. Whenever you show your true sheep's clothing, again with the 50-50. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, listen.
Yo, he was hot, though. He's been holding that back.
Timed out. 50-50 talk will be timed out in the chat. Ridiculousness will be timed out in the chat. Ridiculous calls will be cut off. Like, who's talking about 50-50? I just had a heartfelt speech about moving forward. Fuck is wrong with y'all weirdos?
Yo, listen.
We got hella calls.
Go ahead. Nah, I'm good.
Crucial. Go ahead, Mario.
No. I'm good. Let Crucial go. Go ahead, Crucial.
Go.
Oh, no. I was gonna say is just that he was hot, but I like that call a lot. Like that was great. I mean, he was on fire, but
so great about it because he's
just the enthusiasm. No, he didn't make no sense.
I don't know if you didn't hear him, but he said we're not reporting facts. I mean,
no, I don't. No, I have. Listen to me, Ness. I have no problems. Just like Mike says, give us a thumbs down, give us a thumbs up. Yo, people think that I'm scared. Like, come at me. I've taken L's before. I'll take them again. But if you're helping this brand grow, then that's what I'm about. Like, it
bothers me. It bothers me for a person like this to get on here and talk this ridiculousness. Meanwhile, his phone call has the worst sound quality on the show. So if I cut him, I'm biased. I let him
go. That was good.
Longer than a minute and 30, I'm still biased.
No, you did the right thing. Who can hate at that point?
They still do.
Hey, real quick, fans, we are gonna have to reschedule Joey Spencer, but we will get with Ron and try to get a date that works for him. I really want to have him on before his fight this weekend, so hopefully we can get him tomorrow or Friday. Next caller, Crucial.
I'm just timing someone else still talking 50-50. I don't want to hear that shit.
Nigga, Ness on the motherfucking tirade today.
Yo,
man.
talk to me, KO on a boomerang.
Yo, I thought you was trying to ignore me today, man. What's going on?
Absolutely not, brother. Just man in the ship.
We don't duck no smoke, homie. Who is you? You ain't undefeated.
Did you see my article about that ESPN article I sent?
I did see it. I'm gonna pull that up for you now so I can read it and roast you.
He's trying to. Oh, that's who it was.
That's the
it was
guy.
Crucial.
Yeah, that's the guy.
There you go, man. We've been talking about you.
No, he's not Crucial. This is KO'd on.
Oh, that's KO'd. My bad, KO. Yeah, yeah. We've been talking about you.
It's called World Fame 100, our third annual ranking of the biggest names in the sport.
What day was it published?
It was published last year. I think they published it around.
Oh my god!
Get that weak shit out of here, then, homie. What the fuck you? Last year shit.
Wait, last year, 2018.
Yeah, it is 2019.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, it's like 7 days ago.
I hope that's what he's saying.
That's what he's talking about. I got it on my phone, so I would need to look at it on the computer.
Oh, listen, yo, you're not gonna let, and then you're gonna cut me. Come on, man.
Was it 2018?
Well,
it was 2018.
Okay.
Cool. About this article.
I was about to fucking like, damn, dog. You let me go.
Go ahead,
war
KO.
with that shit?
Go ahead, KO. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Listen, yo. All I'm saying is, come on, like we have to understand that. I think part of the problem is people just not accepting the fact that AJ is the A side. I think that's part of the problem why we're having this negotiations.
I don't think that's the problem. I think that everyone's admitted he's the A side, and everyone continues to admit that he's the only one that can make the fight. The fuck are y'all talking about? It's just y'all got so many excuses. He's in charge.
Ness, hold on, Ness. Just because he's the A side doesn't mean that he's the only one that can make a fight. I mean, it takes two people to fight. Literally, if Wilder doesn't want the fight, it's not gonna happen. Now, you believe Wilder wants to fight, but I'm telling you this right now. If Wilder, let's pretend in a world that Wilder actually doesn't want the fight. If he really doesn't want the fight, he's not going to make it happen. So it's not just down to AJ. So let's not say that. That's not true. Now, the problem I have with this fight is I am not fully convinced that Wilder actually wants it.
He made an offer in the past.
Well, you said we should move on, so let's not.
I'm saying AJ made an offer. Wilder made an offer. We both sides has made offers, so that shows both sides are interested in the fight.
Listen, we need a new person on this clock. He just had 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm horrible at this because I got to do other shit in the background. I was pulling up this article to shut his ass down with this.
I got a timer right here, man, and it is on 90 seconds. 90 seconds. Tell me.
Trash ass list that he brought up.
They said 60 seconds.
Yeah, we got
60. My bad.
3 hours
60 seconds.
on the show. Listen, this trash ass list that he brought up, right? I don't even know the date, right? It doesn't say a date, which is odd. Let me see if nope, doesn't say a date. But this is what I want to read. To find the 100 most famous athletes in the world, we started with 600 of the biggest names in the sport or in sport, drawn from 68 countries. ESPN Sports Analytic Group then ranked them based on propriety formula that took into account 3 fame factors: search score, endorsement dollars. Damn, I can't even scroll. Hold on.
Those are good so far.
Hold on. And social media following, right? So then it goes on to say search score. Let me zoom this in. Zoom out a little. Damn. With measurements, how often a name is searched using Cristiano Ronaldo's score of 100 as a baseline, which I have no clue who Cristiano Ronaldo is or why is he the baseline. But endorsement dollars.
Was it Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know who.
Yeah, he's
a soccer player.
Yeah,
he's
he
the best.
Why is he the baseline though?
He's the best soccer player in the world. Probably the
soccer's the most worldwide sport. I mean,
probably the most notable athlete in the world besides
ever.
LeBron James.
Well,
I think he's bigger than LeBron.
He probably is. You're probably right.
I don't know if you can say that, right? Isn't it based on who you are? Because look, I don't know who he is, but I do know LeBron, and I don't watch any of the two.
But basketball is like that sport that's becoming more and more and more global.
And basketball is an American sport. Soccer's not as American.
But basketball is global too, though.
How could he be that popular if he's not touching the U.S. public?
Because listen, you can go and fly to any continent, and you have a picture of Ronaldo, and you have a picture of LeBron, and you can ask random people, and more people are going to know the soccer player than the basketball player. I don't know either. I'm just giving an example of what that metric in my head is.
Cut it out. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. We're just reading the criteria. It doesn't even fucking matter.
But one thing that I can't say. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Go to comment. I mean, it's about basketball, so go ahead.
But you want it adds to the conversation.
The reason,
go ahead, Mike. I'm curious.
The reason I think basketball is a more global sport than it has ever been. The best rookie in the league right now is Luka Doncic. The guy is fucking killing. And
Never heard of him. Never heard.
I'm saying.
But that's why it's more global. He's saying.
That guy. The bigger influence. You got a guy that you never heard of from another country who's the best rookie in the league. That's better than all the other college players out right now.
And you played and you were recruited, so I believe that you would know more than us.
He is setting the fucking league on fire. Like the guys, like legit. Just saying. And the reason I say that, people over here know Cristiano Ronaldo, but the best soccer player or the best rookie soccer player in the world ain't come from the U.S. We don't even care about soccer over here.
Didn't even make the World Cup.
Yeah. We absolutely don't care about soccer.
Okay. So endorsement dollars. Our sources ranged from Forbes to ESPN contributors such as Darren Rowell, whoever the fuck that is. So then it says social media followers. Since not all athletes are on every platform, we used only the number from their most popular account. So if an athlete had 2 million followers on Instagram, but his or her accounts had only 1 million followers, the social media score was 2 million. So easy, right? Now for the fine print. If we could not find accurate endorsement figures, we'd estimate an athlete's endorsement dollars based on the search. Social media endorsement data for all athletes under review. For Chinese athletes, we used the Baidu search score and another weird fucking social media search score, which we Googled, and Western social platforms have been blocked in China. If an athlete had no confirmed social media accounts, we marked a 0 for social media. Our deadline for all underlining metrics was March 19th. Okay. When did Wilder Fury happen? Just saying, these misleading sheep, this is what they would do. March 19th, 2018 was not December 1st, 2018. But you can be clever, but I have all the time in the world to prove you guys wrong. I love what I do.
And that's only like a couple weeks after the
Not to
the
mention
fight.
everything else that I mentioned was basically like if you can't find data, we just make it up. Get the fuck out of here with your trash ass lists.
But oh my bad. You know what? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but there is
Mario.
But the point was that we were using for this, like, I get what you're saying if we're arguing who's in the top 100 and who's at what point. But all we were really talking about is that AJ's there because he can be quantified. If Wilder's not there, it's either A, because he doesn't have that kind of endorsement, he doesn't have that kind of recognition, or B, because it cannot be quantified. Either way, it's irrelevant. So AJ's on the list for a reason. Wilder's not, because they're for a reason too.
Exactly. He's not for a reason because his biggest fight didn't happen till December, so it can't be quantified.
And he also doesn't have the endorsements.
It hasn't happened.
He also doesn't have the endorsements.
Let me see who we had. Jesus. Info Joe.
I got my timer ready.
Do you really?
Yes.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell them the truth, yo! Tell them the truth!
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo, Ness, let me get 2 gunshots.
Shit. Where are those damn gunshots?
Or machine gun, whatever. That's for all the sheep, and that's for all the suckers that hit the thumbs down. Listening to the #1 pound for pound boxing podcast. Yo, if the Gypsy King, it look like he got cold feet. If you don't want no work with the King of Wakanda, Bomb Squad Wilder, bring Dillian White ass over here so he can knock him out. AJ fights Miller, and at the end of the year, we can get the AJ Wilder fight. Man, Deontay ain't ducking nobody. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. He keeps ducking everybody. He want all that smoke. That's my call. Peace.
Yo, Joe is the man. He stayed under a minute and he gave us a 25-second commercial with his time.
Talk to me. Did we ever get to Crucial? Fucking guys walked over his call 100 times. Crucial.
I fucked my call up, but man, the title is exactly right, man. We know what the fuck is up. Like, it's time for AJ to take a fucking risk. Like, Ness, you said it yourself. In history, like, we had 2 fighters on 2 different networks, and the big fight can happen. Obviously, we seen Floyd and Manny and all of that. Like, I ain't about to go through the list, but we all know. Fucking, like, it seemed like AJ gotta, like, have all the concessions made in his favor. Like, Wilder sent him the 50 mil, and he begged for more. Eddie tried to lure y'all. Don't forget, Eddie tried to lure Fury to the zone on October 8th. I got the fucking date. He tried to lure Fury to the zone instead of fighting Wilder, and try to give him a little deal. You know what I'm saying? But now they trying to act like Fury is irrelevant. He ain't got no belt. They on ESPN trying to, talk Fury down and everything. So, like, we know what's up. Like, they don't really want the fight. Meanwhile, Canelo, a big star in boxing, just like AJ, he made a concession to Triple G to make the big fight happen. Triple G asked for fucking 45%. He gave it to him and said, "I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass, nigga." Ain't that what happened? Why would AJ do the same thing? Because he ain't the real one. He's sitting here giving out flat fees and shit while Canelo giving Triple G percentages more and more. Like, Triple G asked for more, he got more.
Yo, thanks for calling.
All right, Crucial. Thanks for calling in. We going to a con on Skype. Talk to me.
Okay, hear me?
Drive by.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's crazy is that obviously I understand you. Some of the American callers that are calling in, they don't really have much knowledge of how BT and Sky work here. Just as some of us UK callers, we don't really have much knowledge on how the networks over there work. But BT and Sky, they're not like Showtime and HBO. They're not even on the same level in the UK. Viewing figures for both are completely out of this world, different levels. Sky is on a completely different level to BT. Completely different. They can't even be compared. So that whole sharing of platforms thing, Frank Warren knows this. There's no way that that was going to happen. Now, with in terms of like the hate or the discredit people are trying to push towards AJ, it's crazy because if Shelley Finkel or Frank Warren had AJ, there's no way in hell we would even be discussing 50-50 today. Because the world, everyone would be saying you don't offer
Cut
that.
it.
Everyone would be saying
Calm out, man.
if Shelley Finkel had AJ,
Cut it. I want to thank him for the assist though. That was that gave me the win.
Man, no assist.
Oh, that was an assist. My man lives in the UK.
Let me
Matt on you. Matt on Skype. Talk to me.
Hi guys, how you doing today? Okay, I only managed to listen to the first hour of the show, so I've sped forward and come live now, and I don't know if anybody's mentioned this about AJ having an influence on who he fights and talking to Eddie Hearn about who he fights next, and I mean, I'm sure Matchroom get a percentage of AJ's fights. They probably get, I don't know, 5% of the whole all of his fights or something like that. So I'm sure Matchroom have an influence on who AJ is going to fight, and they're going to probably leave it as long as they can. So when AJ fights Fury and he fights Wilder, Matchroom as a company will make the most money. So I'm sure that's the case. Another thing quickly was that everybody wanting Ortiz to fight White or Ortiz to fight Joshua. I don't think those fights, if those fights did happen, people would just say Ortiz is Wilder's leftovers, and White and Joshua if they managed to beat Ortiz, and people would just say, oh, it was Wilder's leftovers, it isn't the real Ortiz. So yeah, that's my call, guys.
All right, Matt, thanks for calling in. I think that is everyone. What the
fuck? What the fuck?
That's it. It's finally over. Jesus. What else we got planned for today? Just the Mares?
I believe so. That's it.
Well, today should
hold up. Yo, you sure I ain't go to you twice already? R&V, but it's all good. Talk to us. I thought I went to you.
You only went once to R&V.
Oh, okay.
Damn, man. I've been in here like I pay $3 a month for this bullshit. Don't worry about it, player. Look, I'm tired of all these youth. You know what it is? I feel sorry for y'all because y'all invested your whole entire life, and to realize at the end of the rainbow that your man is a pussy, I understand. It hurts. Let me tell you something. Your man is a pussy. Now, Mario, let me ask you one thing. Who makes the most money? Wilder versus Fury this year, or Fury versus AJ?
Fury versus AJ.
$20 a buy rate? You smoking dope. I'll holler at you later.
Oh, you were just talking pay-per-view numbers. I thought you were talking like everything bottled up, like the whole totals combined.
Well, they ain't going to Las Vegas.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, you know what? You might be right.
Motherfucking A-side is motherfucking Deontay Wilder.
But you didn't say that though. You said which fight makes more money. I thought I didn't know you were talking about which guy. But either way, you might be right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't like to count
going at both sides, shit,
I don't like to count people's pockets. I don't like to count people's pockets.
That nigga, he wrong, shit.
Yo, my
Rhythm and Violence.
I don't think he is wrong. I don't think he is wrong.
You wrong, homie.
Yo, Mike. You just don't know Mario. He's been a flip-flopper for the last 6 years, bro.
Here you go.
Mario, have you not been? Listen, I'm criticized of being biased online all day. You telling me you haven't been criticized of being a flip-flopper online since
I have. You're right. That don't make me one just because I don't want to.
But public perception's a motherfucker. Talk to me and AJ.
You right. He said, "Talk to me and AJ."
You just did it again. You just did it again. That nigga not right. God damn.
Public perception isn't a bitch.
No. Don't agree with his ass.
Yo,
you had a thought already, and then be like, "Nah,
listen
well,
to me.
well, you're
Listen to
right.
me. Listen
Fuck
to me.
that.
I'm not going to let somebody else fuck me with something, like some idea because they had it first. Like, I've taken the losing side of too many battles. I ain't finna do it again. Although I will say this one thing: Rhythm and Violence. I'm coming for your ass. I promised you. You send a super chat and you tell me I'm not nice with it. I'll tell you what. Here it is. In the movies. Hold on. In the bad guy movies, you know how they give that ultimatum?
Yo, he made you write something.
Yo, listen to me. Listen to me. If Rhythm and Violence has got 24 hours to send a super chat, to send a comment, fuck it, he could text me.
No, he got
I will erase the verse forever.
You gotta apologize.
But if he don't have to apologize. He just has to tell me I'm nice.
You gotta apologize.
If he don't, I'm gonna give the verse.
So you got a diss track. You got a diss track.
It's just a few bars that come to mind,
So wait, let me get this straight. You got a diss track you're gonna release, and the only way you won't release it is if he apologizes.
You
don't have to apologize. He just has to say that I'm nice with. What
he said done, but I don't know what that means. I don't think he's saying you're nice though. We got another one from Dr. Mofongo. Why is it okay for Wilder to take the stance that he's not even speaking to Team Joshua, despite what got us here? It is okay. He's looking the other way. Why?
We're not looking the other way, and he's not looking the other way. This is what I don't get about you guys. I mean, damn, Dr. Mofongo's in the U.S.
Why let Spike impede him to be undisputed?
But let's be real. Let's be real. If Mayweather didn't fight Castillo and Maidana, there would be an uproar. If Wilder doesn't fight him, there's an uproar. There's only a certain amount of people saying, yo, he should fight Joshua and not fight Fury. Like, Fury, in my opinion, has to publicly denounce the fight. He's got to say he doesn't want the fight for Wilder to move on. The same way, like Mike said, that Fury, the AJ didn't move on until Vlad said, nah, I'm retiring. I don't want the rematch. That's how it is. He was going to give Vladimir the rematch, even though he was 2 years out of the ring and that was his first fight back. He was still going to do it, and he was willing to validate that rematch. It was just giving him the opportunity to say yes or no. So I think the same should be done here. If Fury doesn't want it, then Wilder moves forward. If you can't rock with that logic, you a weirdo. Bro, I was about to block somebody, and when I go to his channel, nigga, like all our videos, like what sort of weird?
Yeah, man. I seen that shit too, bro. I seen that.
Yo, that's funny,
bro. Like, yo, he like, yo, these guys are a bunch of educated, whatever. I'm like, man, I'm tired of this. I go to block him, and all his videos are liked videos of TBV. Like, bro, you better go to the fucking doctor, man. You got to go to the doctor. How do you hate somebody but love to watch them?
We got a super chat from Rhythm and Violence. You can rap, and Mike, you have too many cherries in your mouth to talk. Okay.
Cool. All right, now I'm getting them for the both of us. Both of us.
He was dying to rap.
I wanted it. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing is, should it be Patreon? Should it be Patreon, or should we give it to him for free? Is the only.
I mean, Rhythm and Violence is Patreon, so
that's what I'm saying. I know it don't matter for him. That's what I'm saying.
Decision. I mean, if you want to lay it on a beat, and then put it up to Patreon, so you can't make no excuses about how it's a cappella, all this shit. I don't know. That's totally on you. But decide now. You gonna freestyle it, a cappella, or you gonna do some production?
I'll make my decision.
I should have had the Jeopardy.
Oh, and we got the Thursday show tomorrow.
I should have Jeopardy be ready and shit for this moment.
Oh, Thursday show tomorrow. Flagship freestyles.
Mario, what are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. Listen, I got the handlebar mustache, so I guess I'm the evil villain. So I'm giving him the 24 hours still. You know, he can
Oh,
talk.
Violence is here. Let me get him on.
Oh, here we go.
Yo.
Mario, sit down, clown. You from the up north and got nowhere around town, son. I fix that gumbo, make that girl float. And everything about my boy gonna hit your boy. He gonna hit what? That motherfucking KO.
Ooh.
That's
all right.
That's pretty.
Oh,
That's
he said it's pretty.
That's cute. That's
He
cute.
dropped off on you. He dropped the mic.
He dropped the mic on me. Oh, fuck.
He jumped off.
We got a super chat from the Brotherhood. Fury versus AJ, not top 5. Did Hearn send him a offer?
Fury versus AJ, not top 5. Did Hearn send him an offer? Did Hearn send who? Fury an offer? I don't know. But Fury AJ not top 5 fights. I mean, I don't know what does he mean top 5?
No. He's sending like question mark, like Fury and AJ.
He's coming at me.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because the only thing I could think of is like if it's not top 5, the only way you can do that or say that is like it's not top 5 in the world fight. Because if it's in the world, then you say something like, you know, Wilder AJ, Crawford, Spence, you know, Thurman, Earl, you know, shit like that. Like those top 5 fights we want.
Yeah, I could rock with that.
It's probably not even like we got to put different divisions in it because there's other divisions. Like
that's what I'm saying.
140, it's like Josh Taylor fucking. I don't even know if Josh Taylor.
I would say it would be for sure top 10.
Somebody, you know what I mean?
I would say it would be for sure top 10. It's bubble top 5. But then if you go back to what he's saying, if what I was saying is like top 5 ever, you know, because you could put Pacquiao Mayweather top 5 ever demand. You could put Holyfield Tyson top 5 demand. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's definitely not in that list. But top 5 all time or what we want. Yeah, man, it's just a lot of good welterweights that haven't fought each other, man.
People are mad that they left out in the cold. If Wilder Fury do it again, AJ's left out in the cold, and that's what it is. But that y'all got thick clothing, man. Y'all gonna be out there, out, man.
Y'all Winterfell.
Dude is coming for your ass. We got another super chat from Rhythm and Violence. Take your 1990s rap back to your sheep.
Ooh.
He's just making it. He's just making it worse for him.
Show me a freestyle. Give him another flow. Show him you switch up.
Give him some bars, baby.
Give him a little twist the fast flow.
See, I would if it wasn't so serious, but now I'm serious.
Oh, now you said.
Hey, you know what? Rhythm and Violence. I'm just gonna give you one. I'm gonna tell you this one thing. Go to the YouTube. All right.
Nobody.
And you search Mario 100 bars and running, and you see the whole boxing community.
Yo, your Ghost Rider.
And know that I'm gonna put all that into
Ghost Rider ain't around no more. That's what that's
Ghost Rider. He said Ghost Rider. Come on.
Sound like to me, bro. If you can't spit it now, you talking about go check what I had back in the day.
I gave him 24 hours. I'm a man of my word. Like the Joker.
But he paying to tell you can't rap. You say I give you 24
You better kill this nigga, man.
I'm gonna get him. Watch.
On, baby.
I already got probably like 90% of the verse done, but I got.
Oh, he's still in the lab. Well, yo,
yeah. No, I mean I could do it right now if I wanted, but I don't want to do it right now. Ain't nothing gonna make me do it right now. I'm gonna give Rhythm and Violence. I'm gonna give him a stay of execution. You know what that is? You know that stay of execution when you got to count down the minutes. You got to count. Oh, here you go.
The new number is
Mario. Where are you?
The new number is
Mario changed his number on.
All right. All right.
Check it. Fuck it.
Making this worse for him.
Now Mike want to rap.
Y'all got me over here, man. Fuck it, baby.
To a rapper today.
Check it. I'm gonna come for him. Hit his ass in his motherfucking front arm. Nigga, you talking about that shit? I hit that bitch from Pluto. I don't know how to rap, bro. I'm just talking shit.
He said, I don't know.
Hey, yo, why freestyles always gotta have gun violence and shit?
Cause it's like gutter, like like nah. But Rhythm and Violence, bro. Quick come for my nigga Mario, bro. He said he got something for you. Goddamn it, come on Patreon and he gonna chop your ass up. Easy work.
Like,
I don't think we can believe him, B.
I don't think so either.
Remember the last time you didn't believe me? I just want to ask. You remember the last time you didn't believe me?
I don't.
All right, then you have a bad memory too, though. But
I don't know
what I'm saying.
I think Tariq sorted his mic out. Tariq, you ready?
Damn, we let Tariq go.
I know it's been mad long. Tariq still been there. Tariq, you got it? Yes or no? You got to unmute before I go to. Oh, he got it. Yeah, we got you, B. What up? Where you calling in from, man?
Yeah, what's good? Calling in from West London, UK.
See, meanwhile, I'm called the sheep. Show's supposed to been over. I went to you like 8 times. You ain't even a Patreon, but they call me by.
I know, my bad.
I'm showing you
I'm
mad
not used
love.
to the Skype, innit?
Mad love.
I was not used to the Skype, bro. You understand?
Bruv, you sound like you Dillian White,
let's
brother.
get to the point.
He probably is Dylan White cousin.
Half Moroccan still.
All right, talk to us.
But anyways, let me make my point here. I think Wilder needs to take the fight. I think he needs to take the offer. Forget the percentage.
Where's the
I agree with
offer?
you.
There's
Fuck
no offer,
percentage.
though. There is no offer. Where we get this from?
The last offer, what AJ made to, or Eddie Hearn made to Wilder's camp.
Well, he
They've been trying to
didn't.
contact
He
him.
didn't. He
They
didn't.
said
Remember?
they would offer.
Remember
they said
AJ?
They would offer him
No, they
more
said
than
they
twice
would.
his biggest
Yeah,
payday.
they said they would.
That's what they said.
No, but they said they would, but nothing has come yet. Like they
That's
said.
because they're not engaging in conversations.
Well, they have to
in
send.
the UK, we do stuff differently.
Yeah, I mean the way that you guys normally do it, and by you guys I mean Eddie. Eddie usually sends an email term sheet. Like he hasn't sent anything yet.
But they're not answering the phone. They're not trying to make the fight.
Well, my phone isn't attached to my email, so it's okay to just send that email term sheet with the terms of the fight.
They just need to make it up. They need to make the fight happen.
Yeah, well, we need an offer though. Can they offer it?
Yeah. I think Wilder has no reason to even talk about negotiations or talk about percentages. Yeah, when it comes to negotiating a percentage.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think Wilder should accept whatever they offer him.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wilder hasn't spoken about percentages.
If Wilder really wanted the fight,
but Wilder hasn't spoken about percentages. Where are you getting that from?
He's supposed to want all of these belts. Yeah?
Where are you getting that from?
If he really wanted that,
Tariq,
and they're offering him more money.
Tariq, where are you getting this information that Wilder is talking about percentages?
Have you not seen him always say 50-50? If it ain't 50-50, don't talk to me.
Well, the last time we had him here on this, see, because I'm not going off anything else. I'm going off the very long conversation we had with him.
I've been watching, from what I see on YouTube, Wilder's saying, I believe it should be 60-40, but I'll make it 50-50.
Yeah, but are you watching old videos,
I'm saying,
Tariq, are you watching old videos?
Are you watching us?
Cut it. And your time's up. Cut it. But listen, Tariq, are you watching old videos? Because again, Wilder was on this show last week. Last week, he didn't say anything about 50-50. All he said, Mike, you know what has to happen for me to get this fight. So that, again, isn't a percentage. What I keep telling people, make a good offer. AJ's still the A side. He's still going to walk out first or last. He's still going to have his light show. The fight's still going to be in the UK. I mean, I don't get it. And you're talking percent. I don't know where you're getting this from. You need to start looking at the dates of the videos. You know, you start thinking forward, because anything that Wilder's been saying pre and post Fury is, I don't want the AJ fight. I want to rematch Fury. He's only said on this show, Mike, you know what they need to do for me to take the fight. So I don't know you guys just make up this information, but you can do like KO'd. You can send me the link and we will review it. If it's worthy, we will discuss it on the show like we did with KO. Now, we did that with KO because he's a family member. At this point, you know, we'll see what we do with the information you present us.
We got a super chat from Rhythm and Violence. Yo, Mike, change your heart. It's full of fruit. Take that silly Terrence Crawford and AJ with you.
He rapping on the fucking super chat. Mario, like you and Mario, this is officially an AJ duck. You're talking about going home to write a rap. This dude is like driving during work.
I didn't go.
He's rapping bars.
He just got off of work. He's driving home and he's typing
Listen,
on
homie.
his phone.
Listen,
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off, because he's typing on his phone while driving home, while listening to the show, still spitting bars, while super chatting, and you talking about, yo, I need to go back to the lab.
I'm done. I finished it yesterday. My point is, I'm not gonna waste this shit at the end of our fucking morning show. All right, this is getting prime time exposure. You understand?
I delivered.
I might even put a beat to this shit. I don't even know you.
I put that little sauce in them bars now. Goddamn, Mike.
Damn, bro. Look, we got to get out of here, man. Let me refresh, make sure, because I don't want to leave Rhythm and Violence with any more murderous balls in the air.
Sure.
Sure. He come with the chopper hanging out the window, spraying at everybody.
I'll tell you what.
Yo, look, Yo, somebody said in the Skype, Ness should go to hell. It was that dude, Ock.
Damn, that guy is funny.
You mad, homie. You mad. Damn. That I wonder what you gonna say when your man loses, B. But anyway, yo, we out. We check you out. When we coming back? 7:15? That's all we got, right?
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday. We got Prospect Wednesdays. Oh my God. We got Prospect Wednesdays at 1.
Who's that today?
Even Ortiz on Patreon, Prospect Wednesdays. We out. Peace. Peace.